Alright, so if you're watching this game, welcome. This is Civ4 AI Survivor, Season 3, Game 7. Whether you're watching live right now or you're watching the recording later, thanks for joining us. We should have a pretty interesting game here, as they often are. This one has a lot of above-average personalities in terms of aggression. Generally speaking, these leaders haven't done that well in past years, with one glaring exception, but they've often been memorable, despite not having necessarily done well. They've tended to be memorable. So just quickly, here's a quick recap. This is what our starting continent looks like. We have basically 3 rows of starting positions, which is kind of weird, like this. And just to go through a quick tour, up here we have Charlemagne of the Holy Roman Empire. Over here we have Wang Khan of Korea. In the middle, we have Tokugawa of Japan, the famous isolationist of Civ4, and Bismarck of Germany with this ridiculously strong starting position. Like, seriously, this is just absurd how good this is. And then down here, we have Huayna Capac of Inca, who is a humongous favorite in this game. He was the winner of last year's Civ4 AI Survivor, so we have a lot of people picking him to win this game. And then Mehmed of the Ottoman Empire down here in the southeast corner. So this game, we actually have quite a few leaders who start with, and that's, yeah, we revealed the whole map, so we get that message in debug mode. We have a number of leaders who start with mysticism as a tech. So it looks like we've got a race going on for the early religions. Wang Khan and Huayna Capac look like they're going to found the first 2 religions. So that will make it difficult for them to get along long term. So it looks like they will be claiming the first 2. Okay, and then let's watch where the early settlers are going. So the AI starts with 2 settlers on deity, and wherever this archer is, that's where they're moving. And Charlemagne! Charlie, the Burger King, is already doing something wonky. He is sending his settler into the northern tundra. Not the best decision right there. Not the best decision. So that'll be fun. And Mehmed, is he doing the same thing? Yep, and Mehmed. So if you're watching this, again, if you're on the recording, this is going to be meaningless. But if you're watching this live, I said right before the game began, I was like, I'm not picking Mehmed. I've picked him 3 times in previous years. He's let me down every single time. What does he do? He beelines his settler right into the ice to start the game. There you go. That's Mehmed for you. Where does Huayna Capac go? Into the middle of the map. I mean, some of these leaders know what to do. Some of these leaders, they just don't understand. All right, so we do have two cities on the map. So Toku went to the west, which again is good for Huayna Capac, the game's favorite, because Toku didn't settle towards him. And he is planted with a double food resource spot. This is, in and of itself, it's not bad, except that he makes all these set city locations along the coast invalid, so he cannot place a city over here to use this fish. I mean, he can plant a city up here, but probably not the smartest location to go. The real poverty point. Hashtag the real poverty point. And Bismarck went over here because there's a ton of jungle resources. This is a horrible city to start the game, but when he cuts down all the jungle, it will eventually be a good spot. So back here, Huayna Capac went to the middle of the map. That makes sense. He grabbed the 3 resource spot. Again, not a great city to start. Good long term, very good after he gets calendar resource down the road. It does have 2 floodplains, so it'll be low production, but not too bad. And Mehmed has planted this city, so yep, good job, Mehmed. He apparently really wanted a tundra deer resource. I'm just gonna shake my head here. He does have iron, but he doesn't know it's there yet. Yeah, and floodplains for financial is always good. Well, building a settler in the horrible spot, but the AI always seems to do this. I don't know why. Like, if you look, there's a settler. The AI seems to like to do this. Wang Khan is going to get a nice spot, too. Somewhere over here. I'm not quite sure where he's going. I think he wants the marble. I mean, look, this is not a bad city as far as resources go. He's got a grassland sheep. He's got a fish, a fur. Like, this is not a bad city, but it's just... ugh. To give up the center of the map like that is pretty crazy. Alright, so apparently he wanted the marble tile, which does give him a 2 production plant in the center of... yeah, it does give him a 2 production tile, but there's no food resources here, except for the sugar somewhere eventually far down the road. Note that Huayna Capac has been farming resources. He really needs to get to animal husbandry. He will almost certainly research that second, but he's tied up on polytheism for right now. Yeah, I don't know what the grassland sheep's doing there either. I swear I did not edit that in. That's not me doing this. If I were to edit the map, I would not be that clumsy about it. That's a random map generator decision. So, as predicted in the chat a minute ago, Wang Khan does pick up Confucian. He gets the first religion, he picks Confucianism. You are right. That's the one he will pick with choose religions on. And now Huayna Capec's going to get the next religion here. So he picked Taoism, which is a fun choice. For him, it's totally random because he has no particular preference for any of the religions in this game. There's no religion for whatever the Incans practiced in pre-Columbian America. So 2 early religions down. And let's just see. All right, so Huayna Capec is going animal husbandry. He needs that really badly to connect this grassland cow. Once he has that, he'll be okay. But this is going to be a slow first settler. Let's just put it that way. So Mehmed is building a settler. So at least he's taking advantage of the. At least he's rectifying his early bad situation. Such a bad starting position for Huayna Capec, and it won't even matter. He is smartly going for a settler in his capital and not in his second city, because that allows his second city to grow faster. And up here, Toku is building a granary and a settler in his second city, which he is slowly roading towards. Most leaders are on animal husbandry right now. Up here, Charlemagne is building in his capital. He is imperialistic, so he can pop out the settlers pretty quickly. If he can get... Is he imperialistic? Wait, I thought he was. Am I misremembering this? I don't want to say something stupid. Isn't he protective imperialistic in this game? Yeah, he is imperialistic. Okay, so I'm not wrong about that. Yeah, it will be interesting to see where these settlers go. So it looks like the first one's going to be done by Mehmed in this game. Oh, is Trollkhan going for masonry? We'll find out. Let's see. I'm curious if he wants another religion. He's not super religious. Nah, he looks like he just wants masonry for his marble. So that will likely lead him to go for some early wonders, because now his marble is connected as a result of that. And yep, so we've got some settlers in production, and as I said, Mehmed's going to be the first one to finish, so we'll see where he goes. The question is, he'll probably go up this river valley. It makes the most sense to do that. Yeah, you guys, all right. So, yep, and indeed he's heading up this way. Huayna Capec still continues very slowly building this. He did finish animal husbandry, though, so that will help him. He's in the funny situation of his second city is now a larger size than his capital. Also, the fact that Tiwanaku is the holy city is really good for Huayna Capec, because it's going to pop out his borders here, and he'll be able to dominate a lot of this area. So Mehmed's got a settler out. Bismarck is not expanding very fast. I think Charlie and Wang Khan are going to be the next ones, but they're definitely slower. So we'll just watch where this guy's going for the time being. And he's running into barbs. So the AI gets massive bonuses against barbarians on deity. So there's usually not much danger that they'll lose units. But it looks like he just lost his settler to the barbarians. What are you doing? Oh, Mehmed. He just lost a settler to the barbarians. I can't wait until this pops up in the chat in 5 seconds from now. See, I get to benefit from the Twitch stream delay. And note that the barbarian now has 6 XP. Maybe he just lost the combat. Like, let's not be too hard on him. Maybe he just lost the combat, but oh my god, this is not going well. First settler in the ice, second settler dies to barbarians. Are you kidding me? This guy just is so bad. He's got great traits too. Like, look at this. He's expansive organized. He's been heavily played in our multiplayer games at Realms Beyond, in our play by email and our pit boss. He's not a bad leader, but like, this guy is just a moron as far as his AI programming. No, you're thinking of Civ4. Power to convert barbarian ships, yeah. Wrong Civ game. Like, and they start with agriculture and the wheel. I'm not sure if that was tongue-in-cheek or if that was serious. But in either case, no, that's not the case. So Huayna Capac is off to a slightly slow start, but he is going to get this settler out, so he'll be okay. And apparently Mehmed just doesn't want to do anything in this game. Okay, I figured that was a joke, but I wasn't sure. Not everybody watching the stream probably knows. So, by the way, note that Bismarck, despite this ludicrously good capital, off to a slow start, building a settler in his second city. Wang Khan and Charlemagne are... Oh, and Wang Khan off trolling again. Where's his settler going? Right up into the ice. Huayna Capac's probably like, man, what is wrong with you guys? So, yeah, we end up with Wansan in the tundra. At least Charlemagne is a little bit smarter. He seems... I don't know where he's going, but it looks like it's down in this direction. And Tokugawa building a cottage on his copper resource. Toku also sending his settler west. It's like everyone determined not to expand towards Huayna Capac. Wang Khan does have slavery, or bronze working, excuse me. He also has slavery, but picked up bronze working, that's what I meant to say. So this is a smart spot for Charlemagne. He probably should have gone here earlier. And where's that settler from Huayna Capac? You know, he's also going south into the tundra, so he also not immune to this, but I don't mind this city that much, I guess. I would have been preferred to see him go for the gold resource, but I guess it could be worse. At least he didn't waste a lot of time. Also, Huayna Capac, how in the world have you not claimed this goody hut down here? That's a little bizarre. Yeah, this is key because it grabs horses, so a nice pickup in that regard. And now Huayna Capac's on bronze working. Does he have copper? Oh, this is a key spot over here. Look at this. Triple ivory and an iron resource. Also stone. So Toku, this is not a bad city. It's going to give him ivory. There's not much food to start, but I guess it's not awful. Yeah, so Bismarck should be the early research leader by a ton. He's at 24 beakers against 16, 14, 11. Mehmed is really struggling, 13. So yeah, he has like double anyone else's research right now. But he also is the only one with only 2 cities. Let's see. So Wang Khan going for another settler. That's a good sign. And Mehmed going for another settler as well. Tiwanaku's borders just popped. And similarly, Pyongyang's borders just popped. By the way, how funny is it that the Confucian Holy City is in North Korea right now? It's pretty amusing, for me at least. First Barb City next to Germany. Yep, so that'll slow him down a little bit. I'll be curious to see if Wang Khan versus Bismarck gets that spot. So we have one settler out on the map right now, and that's Bismarck's settler. Where is it? Didn't he just finish one? Oh, here it is. Okay, so he just finished one in his capital, and then Mehmed has one too. So there's 2 settlers just finished. Let's watch where they go. Mehmed, you gonna try this again? Nope, settler's still sitting in his capital. And Bismarck also still sitting in Hamburg, although he just moved it over to Berlin. Still sitting in his capital. This might be one of the more incompetent starts I've ever seen. Still sitting in his capital. And oh, look at this. This is really bad for Mehmed. This is probably where he wanted to put his next city, and now it's a Barb city, so he can't settle there either. It's scary out there. And Bismarck also still just sitting. All right, he finally is moving out with 2 archers, a worker, and a settler. Mehmed, you are the worst. We have never had someone die to the barbarians, and I don't think that's... Also, Huayna Capac, man, what's with all these cottages? Your city is size 1, it can't work these. Why are you building plains cottages over connecting a sheep resource? That don't make a lot of sense. Oh, well. I wouldn't say he's played a brilliant opening, but maybe he doesn't need to, considering these guys who are near him. Yeah, things are going well for Huayna Capac. I will say that things are lining up decently for the 2 northern AIs as well. And Toku's not off to a terrible start either. The fact that he has early copper will help him. He's gonna be the early power leader because he's got this copper right here, whereas the other leaders will have to wait until they get iron connected. I'm also really curious who gets this spot, whether that's Huayna Capac, whether that's Tokugawa. Oh, and here we go. An early wonder from Bismarck. He is going to settle over here somewhere, though. Right? Where did his settler go? I know he had one over here. Oh, here it is. Okay. He's got three archers and... No, he has 3 archers on top of his settler, so I guess that's a well-protected settler. Alright, so Munich, low food city until you can get the jungle cut down, but ivory and iron, pretty useful stuff there. Also note Huayna is in first in score, although a lot of that's due to the culture from the Holy City, popping borders early on. And we do have another settler out here for Wang Khan. Meanwhile, Huayna is slowly building a settler in his capital. Yeah, his expansion has not been very dynamic because his capital really sucks. He needs to mine some of these hill tiles, like, really badly. But, we'll see. Maybe he'll whip one out of this city, Tiwanaku. It's larger than his capital. Yeah, Huayna Capec's just been like, hey, I'm going to use my second city as my capital, or something like that. Meanwhile, over here, I have no idea what Mehmed is doing. Bismarck's building the Great Wall. Here comes Wang Khan, so he's going for this. I suspect he's going for this pigs. And wow, that was an early Great Wall. I'm not sure he had to whip his capital to finish it, but he did. So, all right. Well done, I guess. And no one seems to be going for that third religion just yet. So yeah, Wang Khan. Wang Khan's been claiming land pretty well. How about Charlemagne? He's almost got his settler done. Considering he's imperialistic, he really should be filling up the map a little bit faster. Oh, never mind. I'm wrong. He's got a settler here and another one almost done. So he is using his trait. Didn't claim a lot of land with that one, but he is to 4 cities. And Huayna Capec's score went down by a lot there. Oh, he must have whipped this settler to completion. And he's going for Stonehenge. I don't understand that decision. It is cheap. Maybe he wants to go for cultural victory. Oh well. Great Wall. And he seems to be, I don't know where this one's going. I was going to say he seems to be settling the tundra, which would not be good. Oh, so Istanbul's also going for it. We got a race for Stonehenge. Sure looks like Mehmed's going to win this race, though. And the cottaging has begun. Huayna Capec, why are you... well, I guess he wants the copper, maybe? Still, he's putting an awful lot of effort into settling the tundra. And so... Alright, so he finishes Stonehenge. So I guess that helps a little bit. And Mehmed, he does have a settler done and another one in production. So there's that. Yeah, Huayna Capec, he's trying to build settlers from his capital, and he just doesn't have that much production there. It's definitely hurting him. Yeah, Togo got this city. Unfortunately for him, it's going to be culturally crushed pretty badly by Huayna Capec. But he will grab this horse resource. Yeah, and I wouldn't say this has been the best start from HC, our favorite in this game. Like, he had the opportunity to get some more settlers out quickly, but he doesn't seem to be doing that. I'm sure he needs, well, I'm sure he needs more scouts. Keep building those scouts. I mean, he's going to get a decent share of land, and I'm not sure how much he really needs to be competitive, but he certainly could have done better here. Like, Toku is similar in score right now. And, alright, so there's another Charlemagne city. He's gotten almost everything north of Japan, so, and he still has this little peninsula to settle, so that's looking good for Holy Rome. The 2 northern civs are doing well, I'd say. I like the way they've opened this game. Bismarck, I don't know. He's got this crazy terrain, but hard to say. And of course, Mehmed has just been awful to start. But he might end up. But Huayna Capec has not settled east as fast as I thought. So perhaps this spot right here, if Mehmed can claim this, maybe he'll be okay. Losing that early settler really set him behind, though. Anyway, it's turn 50, so Huayna Capec went for this spot. I don't know about this. Not where I would choose, certainly. But he does have another settler in production, so he should be able to get his share. It does look like Charlemagne is probably going for Religion 3. I think he is. Yep, so he will get Religion 3, because no one else is contesting it, and then he will be in a dispute with Wang Khan for that. So let's zoom out, look at the map. Here's what the map looks like 50 turns in. or not pause, accidentally hit pause instead of print screen because I'm taking screenshots for the future report. So 4 cities, Huayna Capac, 4 cities, Tokugawa, 3 cities from Mehmed, although he does, no, he has 4, I'm sorry. We can't see his, he's got 1 off the bottom of the screen. 4 for Wang Khan, 5 for the imperialistic leader, that sounds about right. Toku now going for pyramids. Does he have stone? I can't imagine he'd want that without stone. He does not have stones, that's not a very good, oh yeah, and we've got a lot of barb cities. We've got several barb cities on the map too, right? 3 barbs. This is, so Bismarck, oh, and there's another barb city over in this corner too. So 4 barb cities now on the map. So remember how Bismarck had all that territory to expand into? Well, it's not going to matter if the barbarians eat up most of that territory. So he's going to have to contend with that. Yeah. So yeah, diplomacy. I expect it's mostly cautious, and indeed it is. Let's see, do we have any worst enemies yet? So, Huayna Capac is worst enemy of Wang Khan. But Wang Khan is the worst enemy of a lot of people. So that maybe not bode well for him long term. I think it's because he has his own religion, and he's got such a high peace weight in comparison to this mostly low peace weight game. Yep. We shall see. We shall see. Toku will probably do something stupid, though. And we'll check the bar graphs real quickly. Alright, so GNP, Bismarck is first, but not by as much as you'd expect. Huayna Capac's basically even with him. That's a surprise. Huayna Capac, yeah, has been suffering from low production because his capital kind of sucks. Food, Charlemagne's got a decent lead in this category for the moment. Power, Huayna Capac's in last because he has no metals, that's why. Toku and Bismarck are at tops, somewhat surprisingly, in that category. Oh, we should look at culture, too. So, yeah, the 2 people who founded religions are tops in that. And then Mehmed's pops up because he built Stonehenge. And Huayna Capac and Bismarck have the most money, although that generally doesn't mean a whole lot in this game. Alright, so there should be 1 more Ottoman settler walking around somewhere. Kind of out of places to go, though. Huayna Capac just whipped out a settler. And he used the... Look at this. This is the AI being smart. He whipped the settler, he put the overflow in a granary, and now he'll regrow with the terrace in place. And his borders just popped at the capital, so that's smart. So Bismarck has picked up Wang Khan's religion. Could be noteworthy. We'll see. Bismarck building archers nonstop. Yeah, Bismarck doesn't have any metals right now. And he has iron at Munich. So he will get that eventually, unless it gets claimed by Japanese culture. But it's 4th ring for Kyoto, 2nd ring for Munich, so that seems unlikely. And elsewhere, Mehmed has iron and horses, so he'll be fine. I don't know if he has iron working yet, though. He's researching it. Yeah, Mehmed's teching is pretty bad, from what I can tell. Where is Huayna Capac sending this settler that he just finished? Oh, he's still chilling in his capital. That's never a good sign when they just sit there. Wang Khan has not been expanding. He's been building a lot of missionaries. So he converted... Bismarck is attacking this city right now. So Wang Khan converted Bismarck, but he hasn't been expanding. And Toku... Okay, so this is key. Toku gets this spot. So he got the stone plus ivory location. And if he gets... this resource, Huayna Capac's not going to have any iron. Oh, never mind. He'll have it here eventually, so ignore that. And Huayna Capac still got that settler just sitting in his capital. He actually has 2 settlers right now, but he's got to actually move them. Biz still on 3 cities, although he is attacking this barbarian location. And Charlie is building walls, Charlemagne. He still has room to expand in the north. So does Wang Khan. Wang Khan has a lot of territory up there. I'm wondering if Wang Khan is thinking about attacking someone, because he's building a fair amount of military units. Alright, so Wang Khan's finally moving out 1 settler. Close above the Incan Terrace, sure. It's not that interesting of a building, but there it is. It's got its own little mountain next to it. I'm kind of amused that the mountain is like the same size as one of these huts. But there you go. Not to scale, just put it that way. Not to scale. And Huayna does have metals now, so that will help his power rating. The pyramids are very slowly still under construction, although now they'll actually be improved because he does have he does have stone, so he'll finally get that. And look at this. Toku crams a city right on the border with Bismarck. That is likely to lead to some border tension eventually. And it looks like Huayna wants a city up here for that iron. First request for open borders. Barb City's still hanging in there. Alright, so Charlemagne found Christianity. He's got to be the leader who did it. I think it's in his... Yeah, it's up here. Terrible location. So now he'll convert to that, and he will not be popular with Wang Khan, so that will likely be a source of conflict. Toku doesn't have... he has stone now. He's connecting it, so that'll help. He will get the pyramids. When someone conquers him, they'll be able to take that away. Wang Khan put a city here, so Biz is getting really boxed in. He did finally get to 4 cities. But, like, considering the way this game started... I mean, he's getting squeezed really badly on territory. Huayna Capac to a certain extent as well. But he generally doesn't need as much territory as some of the other leaders. That Barb City's still hanging out. So this one has not been attacked yet. How about this one? Mehmed's trying to attack it, but he has not had too much success, I don't think. So yeah, this is probably going to be a source of conflict over here. Where's that other settler he built? So Huayna Capac still has another settler just standing in his capital that he has not bothered to move out. Like we said, the AI not always the smartest. I still don't understand how he hasn't managed to grab this gold resource either. It's like right there. So Toku on 6 cities, Huayna Capac on 5. Somehow this city got planted over here on the copper. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, so 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Toku. 5 and 5. Other settler is south. I don't... No, alright, so he finally moved it somewhere. He is probably going south. So Toku has picked up Huayna Capac's religion. So that's interesting. So we've got a little diplomacy shaping up here in terms of religion. Wang Khan and Bismarck have the same religion, so these two have the same. Charlie has his own religion, and then Huayna Capac has the same religion as Toku, and Mehmed does not have religion yet. He's still trying to take this Barb City without much success so far, from what I can see. Alright, and so here comes, yeah, so this looks like Huayna Capac's going to settle down here. I guess he wants the silver, or maybe the stone, something like that. He could really use another happiness resource. He should grab this gold resource. Oh, no, looks like Mehmed's going to get it. Unless he turns around and walks in the opposite direction. We'll see. He's probably going to settle one of these tiles. Nope, turned around and walked in the opposite direction. Okay. So, did not settle for the silver, which is 3rd ring. That's probably the biggest thing hurting Huayna Capac right now is lack of happiness. His religion will help, but he hasn't spread it very far. Like, his capital doesn't have religion. This is the only city that has it. Oh well. He does have a lot of iron resources, though. Does he have horses, just out of curiosity? No. So, Huayna Capac, no horses. That could be an issue for him. He's going to need to trade for some or conquer some. Yeah, so pyramids are about to finish for Tokugawa. He just captured the Barb City as well, so he's doing reasonably well. I think his tech rate is pretty garbage, but he's doing well as far as land goes, because he'll plant another city over here, and that gets him to 8, which is not bad. Bismarck's still stuck on 4, and Wang Khan took this Barb City as well. So we're down to just 2 Barb cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 for Charlemagne. Granted, a lot of these are tundra cities that are pretty weak, but better than not having them. 7 for Wang Khan, 4 for Bismarck. Not looking good for him if he gets into a conflict. Mehmed's still on 5. He still has this settler roaming around. I don't know what he's trying to do with this one. Alright, so apparently he's going to settle there. Huh. He's got another settler here. And he did take the Barb City, so that's helping him. Like, he has gotten more land than I expected, especially after losing his first settler. Like, I thought he was pretty much done at that point, but no, hanging in there, hanging around. And he claimed this Like, if Huayna Capac had just put a city here, think how much better his situation would be. So yeah, Northern domination for the moment. But Mehmed has come back, and he's gotten back in this game from a position where it looked like he had no shot whatsoever, after he sent his first settler into the tundra, and then his second settler got killed by barbarians. Alright, so there's Toku finishing the pyramids. If we want to look at diplomacy real quick, you can see a lot of annoyed faces. So like, Huayna Capac doesn't like, everyone has a different religion he dislikes. Bismarck seems okay with everybody. Charlemagne does not like the other, wow, he really hates Toku, too. What about Wang Khan? I guess he doesn't dislike, they have similar peace weight, that's why he is not as unhappy with them. So there's so many annoyed faces, it's probably not, yeah, Mehmed has recovered better than Silly Man for sure. Given how many unhappy faces there are, it's probably not long until somebody attacks somebody else. Toku adopts hereditary rule. I guess that was what he picked from the pyramids. Usually people pick representation, but okay. And Bismarck is still on 4 cities. He just does not expand enough. I mean, I'm sure they're good cities and all that, but just doesn't expand. And that's why he's in last place in score. I mean, yeah, great, he's on calendar. That's nice and all. And now Mehmed's picked up the religion as well. So diplomatically, Huayna Capac's in a better position because he's converted everyone nearby to his religion. So where is his settler? He had a settler. Oh, here it is. He's going to put a city over here on that tile. It's the only legal spot for a city. Yeah, I guess so. I would think he'd try to get something up here. Maybe not, though. So Charlemagne is actually first right now in score. He did get this spot, which I don't know how he got a spot 5 tiles from Seoul. Here comes an unescorted settler. Is this one going to get killed by barbs? No, he turned around and wisely walked back into his orders. So yeah, the northern civs are probably doing the best, largely because they got so much land to the south. Like, look, Bismarck, did he get anything to the north? Not really. Did Tokugawa get anything to his north? Nope. So everybody in the south has kind of gotten squeezed, while the leaders in the north have gotten more territory. So Huayna Capac is on 7 cities, although they're a pretty cramped 7. If he was going to crush a city in there, he should have grabbed it up here. Anyway. Oh, Bismarck, did he finally get a 5th city? Yeah, so he finally grabbed Frankfurt in the jungle, where he's still struggling. And these 2 barb cities are still out there, unconquered as yet. Probably not going to fall anytime in the immediate future. So let's see if we can spot an attack from anyone. Mehmed is building swords. Huayna Capac does not appear to be. He seems to be in domestic production mode. We could just check the bar graphs too to see power. So it's pretty close between everybody. No one is dominant right now in power. GMP, Biz, and Huayna Capac are tops. Huayna's recovering in production, food. This is not a good sign for Huayna Capac though. Look how low he is in food. I think he's struggling because he doesn't have happiness resources. Everybody else is pretty close. Yeah, like I see a lot of unhappy faces. I think he just needs to connect something. Like he needs to get one of these resources. He may be able to flip this city long term though, especially if it doesn't build any oh, it has, never mind. He has, Mehmed has Stonehenge, so he'll get free border pops. He will not lose that city. Toku's huge on power. I missed him. Is that right? I mean, he's slightly ahead. I wouldn't say anyone's too far ahead at this point. But yeah, Toku is the lead. He's got a size 9 capital. That's pretty interesting he managed to get that far. So Temple of Artemis, one of the game's weaker wonders, not a terribly important one. But yeah, the map's mostly settled, so usually once the map is full, that's when the AI starts getting aggressive. Biz gets a great spy from the Great Wall. So it's his first great person. Look at these swords. They look like Jaguar warriors. That's kind of a neat looking unit. Right? The swords from the Mesoamerican civs with like that dragon or lizard helmet or something. Does Toku have mysticism? Ooh, good question. Because these borders are not expanding. No, he does not. Another leader who skipped mysticism. Good call. Good call. No mysticism. So no wonder his borders can't expand anywhere. So just looking around, trying to spot if anyone's going on the attack, basically. Let's see if we can spot any more settlers, too. So there's a settler here from Huayna Capac. I don't know what he's planning to do with it. Just hang out, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, so there's some random settlers just sitting around who like can't move because there's not a lot of like there's no more land to settle. Yeah, most of these others are just guarding workers. I guess there's technically still some open land over here in the east. These cities. Wow, Huayna Capac's in last place on score. Not a great sign. Not a great sign. Again, he does have a lot of happiness resources, but they're all calendar ones. He has silk, spices, and sugars. He really needs to connect some happiness resources. Not getting the gold has hurt him a lot here in the early game. That's why his cities are like, he doesn't have any cities above size 5. And that's kind of a problem. Whereas, like, look at Toku's got a size 11 capital because he got the early hereditary rule. And like up here, I guess Wang Khan's suffering from lack of happiness too, but he does have the furs, and that gives him 1 to increase all of his cities a little bit. Anyway, Huayna Capac is going for early calendar though, so note that he has identified the problem and is going to fix it. Once he connects that, he will get +3 happiness and his score will shoot up. Assuming he doesn't get attacked by somebody before that. That was probably the most important tech he needed to research. I am really surprised that no one has declared war yet, considering there's a lot of dislike. Look at this, though. Charlie's got a big stack. He might be building something. Like, look at all these units here. And alright, and there we go. Toku is declared on Bismarck. So, first war of the game. I don't see an invading stack from Bismarck. Where are his units? He must have them somewhere. So let's get the war counter before I forget about it. Alright, so here we go. First troll declaration. Where is his army? I don't see them. Usually when the AI invades, there's like a big stack somewhere. So first in power, yes, but I don't know. Bismarck's got walls in all of his cities. This is probably not going to work that well. Oh, here it is. Here's his stack. Bismarck's got one too. Right on time, Bismarck was 3 turns away from construction. Well, he won't be finishing that. So I expect a lot of units to get traded here to not much effect. So Charlie picks up hereditary rule and Mehmet organized religion. Yeah, somehow, despite that incredibly weak start from Mehmed, he did pick up this Barb city as well, and it looks like he might claim this one too. So wow, after this awful, awful start, Mehmed is bouncing back. And he's gonna get this Barb city as well, but it'll be auto-raised because it's size 1. Bismarck's gonna take Nara? Maybe. I mean, again, the problem is, well, see, the thing is this city has walls, so watch, that whole stack just died. It's really hard to take these cities if you have no catapults and you're just attacking into the defenses. So Bismarck's army just got slaughtered. Worst enemy of a lot of leaders. Yeah, so this city will get auto-raised. If I'm focusing on Huayna Capac, it's a little overmuch. It's because we've all of us, almost everyone seemed to pick him. Alright, so calendar's done. Yeah, calendar into monarchy, that will give him happiness. And there's a wine resource here too. Again, I think Huayna Capac will be okay, even though he's not in great position right now. Once he gets his happiness situation sorted out, I think he's in good shape. And his economy should be able to carry him. He's just going to need to get a little bit more territory. Yeah, Bismarck building wonders in his capital still. Of course, the alternative is maybe Tokugawa rolls over Bismarck. He's the first to die. There's the last Barb city getting auto-raised. So we bid farewell to the Barbarians. Barbarians are first to die in this game. So maybe Tokugawa rolls over Bismarck and does something in this game. Maybe not, too. So that is a key wonder. We'll see how long Bismarck can hold on to that one. He does have horse archers now, so that's a plus. Keep in mind, though, that Tokugawa is the worst enemy of a lot of leaders, right? If I go to Toku here, worst enemy of both northern leaders, so that probably doesn't bode well long term for Tokugawa, the fact that he is disliked so thoroughly by the other leaders. Alright, so here comes the Japanese stack. A lot of units there, but he's attacking into 50% cultural defenses. I don't know. We'll see. So that went about as well as you'd expect. All those Japanese units just died, and there's a great general for Bismarck. So yeah, these early wars often are counterproductive and don't work very well. Huayna Capec's already friendly with Toku, is that true? Wow, you're right. He is friendly. Jeez. They do have almost identical peace weight, so that's that faith bonus. Of course, Huayna Capec seems to hate almost everyone else, so... And Charlemagne's going for a second religion. Yeah, that's probably not consequential. We've basically got 3 main religions, right? Well, let's check the faith counter right now. So Christianity is pretty much just a religion for Charlemagne. And then we have Taoism, which has been widely spread by Huayna Capac to both of his neighbors, and to the north and to the east. And then we have Confucianism, which is pretty much, well, it's the other two, right? It's Bismarck and Korea. Okay. So yeah, there's our breakdown for the religions. The fourth religion, the Code of Laws religion, is not likely to have much effect on this game. All right, so Japan just threw away wow, he went for Islam. Interesting. I guess it's just totally random. Mehmed, Oracle. Let's see what he slingshotted. Probably metal casting, but let's find out. No, theology. Huh. Went for theology. Oh, so that's where Islam is. So Mehmed founded his own religion. Okay. I see. And you know what? He just got a great profit from Stonehenge, so he's probably going to use it for the shrine. Huh. So maybe Islam will become a noteworthy. I thought that was the Code of Laws religion, but nope. Was not. He should use his great profit for that. Maybe he used it as a super specialist, because I don't see it. Yep. I think he used it as a super specialist instead of building the shrine. Okay, so we're going to get another religion here from Charlemagne in a minute. As this war continues. Bismarck does have elephants and catapults, so maybe he'll be able to do something against Toku. There's Huayna Capac taking hereditary rule. That is his favorite civic, so he's going to like people who have that. I believe it's his favorite civic. Am I misremembering? No, I am right. Okay. Not crazy. I did remember that. So he's going to like anyone else who's running that, so... a lot of people are probably running that. Yeah, he just likes everyone except his 2 neighbors. More great generals. Let's see. I'm wondering if either of the northern leaders want to jump into this war. At the moment, it doesn't look like it, but I wouldn't be shocked if one of them declared on Tokugawa, because they really dislike Toku. Because, like, the Tokugawa versus Bismarck, Toku's probably better at that war, but the thing is, it's likely not to remain a 1v1 for too long. I expect other leaders will come in and, like, if Charlemagne joins it, oh, hello, great merchant, running around randomly. If Charlemagne jumps into this war, then probably it does not go well for Tokugawa. But who knows, maybe it just stays a 1v1 war for the time being. Look at this, and Korea slipped in and settled that. You know, Korea has ended up with a lot of cities here. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cities has not been to war. It's a lot of cities for being peaceful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for Charlemagne. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Toku. Bismarck on 5, and one of them is a size 1 city. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for Mehmed, and Huayna Capac 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he just didn't do that well in the land grab. He really struggled. I think the weak capital did hurt him. Profit is going to the Holy City. Maybe I missed that. Bismarck's going for machinery, so maces. Yeah. So, yeah, Huayna Capac still has an uphill struggle to go from here. He really needs to get a little bit more territory, because he's doing well with what he has, but he just needs more territory. Yeah, so that early GMP lead has kind of fallen off now. Wang Khan is now the GMP leader. It's relatively close for production. Yeah, see, this is the danger sign, right? Low food. That's never good. Look at how bad it was, though. He was last by a mile for a while. Then he connected his happiness resources, but he only has 7 cities to like what 11 for Wang Khan, and then in power, Bismarck's last in power. But Mehmed's power has been going up. I wonder if he would try to jump in and attack someone. Look at this. It's like evenly distributed on the bar. Doot, 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 doot. So what about Mehmed? Well, he dislikes the 2 northern leaders. He's on good terms with his religious allies. He might attack Bismarck, though. That's always a possibility. That would end Bismarck pretty quickly if he did that. So there's our tech rankings for the moment. Yeah, so Toku's really bad in research, and so is Mehmed. Wang Khan is first and Charlemagne is second, somewhat surprisingly. There's the Wrath Houses, the super courthouses that Holy Roman Empire gets. Oh, also, Huayna Capec's got a little stack here. Where's this group going? He's not at war yet. Looks like he's going to declare war, though, based on that. Now they're in this city. Is he going after Wang Khan? That would be a strange decision. Yep, looks like it. I don't know about this call, Huayna Capac. I don't know. This might be a mistake. Oh, hello. Double war declaration. Okay. Mehmed, Bismarck, Huayna Capac, Wang Khan. This is probably not a good war choice for Huayna Capac, but it's a great choice for Tokugawa and Mehmed. Also makes Bismarck looks like first to die here. Wow, because that's a lot of units, and Cologne is not going to survive. So Bismarck is almost certainly first to die now. I don't think he can hold off this attack. Yeah, Huayna Capac just is not that strong right now, but he does have some pretty serious allies. Maybe he can win a diplomatic victory. Alright, so here comes Mehmed. He does not have catapults, by the way. So that is Huayna Capac got the... I think it was Huayna Capac got the Great Lighthouse. He was building it. Yeah, so he did get that one. And that will help because he has 3 coastal cities. I guess not a lot. Helps a little. I don't know what he's doing in this war with Korea, though. That doesn't make a lot of sense. So now the only one not in a war is Charlemagne. Oh, look at this. He did end up getting the gold resource after all. It helps to have good culture sometimes. This city is actually being culturally pressured by Tiwanaku and its immense culture. There is a possibility the city could culture flip down the road. But in the meantime, we'll watch the march on Berlin. Huayna Capac's fighting Wang because he wants to recapture last season's magic. Yeah, maybe. Alright, so this is going to be a tough attack. Berlin has... Actually, it might not be. Look, so Berlin has the 60% cultural defenses, but note that there's very few units that actually get defensive bonuses. The elephant doesn't get bonuses, the horse archer doesn't, the catapults don't, the chariot doesn't, so that's only the sword and the archer up against a gazillion swords. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work for Bismarck. Yeah, see, that capital just got shredded. But Tokugawa might slip in here and steal this. The question is who's actually going to get this, who's going to benefit from the capture. And Huayna Capac, this is not going to be enough to take any cities. I don't know what you're doing. You should have gone after Bismarck, too. So who's going to get this? So Mehmed does get it. So that's a huge pickup. And he's also about to finish construction as well. So remember, that city had several wonders in it. It has the mausoleum in it, I remember. Yeah, so see that building? That's the mausoleum. Very key wonder. Also, that's an intelligence agency. So he used his first great spy for an intelligence agency, which was also now captured in Berlin. Yeah, first city capture of the game is a capital. That's pretty rare. So Bismarck, yep, not looking good for him. And this city is going to fall too. So yeah, Bismarck's going to be first to die, and it looks like Toku and Mehmed are going to be the big beneficiaries of that. Instead of Huayna Capac, who I thought would benefit from some of these leaders in the middle of the map dying. Who got the Hanging Gardens, just out of curiosity? That was also Inca, okay. Helping a little bit, but again, Huayna Capac just needs more territory. And this war with Korea is not the way to get it. Alright, so Munich got attacked, didn't fall. And Toku's revolting to another religion, or another civic, excuse me. So that particular attack failed at this city. Bismarck is holding narrowly here. Meanwhile, over here, Mehmed's probably going to have more success. Whatever Huayna Capac's doing, it's not working in this war. Yeah, I don't know why he attacked Wang Khan. Look, much higher in power than him. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Poor Bismarck, this is when he lost his capital. Just got crushed. Toku and Mehmed to be good friends and take over the world? I don't know. We'll see. We've seen strange things happen in these games before. When is Charlemagne going to get involved in this? He should probably help out somebody. I guess he's not good friends with anyone because he has his own religion. Yeah, look at this. He doesn't like anyone in this game except Bismarck a little bit. Just a little bit. And this city is just barely holding on for the time being. And the Incan versus Korea matchup is just a complete what the heck's going on here situation. Just like each of them randomly moving units around. Both of them would fare better if they just got peace quickly. You would laugh if Mehmed took all of his cities and Toku was left with nothing. Yeah, it could happen. There's another big stack here. I think there's a catapult in there though, because the defenses are... Yeah, so there's a catapult here, which means this will take forever. But it also means that city will almost certainly fall once the defenses are down. The real curious thing will be what happens to the diplomacy in this game once Bismarck's gone, because that'll shake things up, certainly. Yeah, that stack is definitely going to capture that city. It's just a matter of time. Too many units. It looks like there's more catapults there now. How is Mehmed doing this? How is he coming back from this? He had maybe the worst start I've ever seen of anyone in one of these games. And yet he's making it happen. Oh, okay, so wow, there's going to be a big battle here. Toku's got a lot of units. But with all those catapults, he should have enough collateral to take Munich, I think. We just can't turn our back on them. No, actually he didn't. That attack failed in a huge slaughter. Didn't work. And then there's going to be another big battle at Cologne. Mehmed got free land from both his neighbors. Yeah, I guess you're right, because neither one of them expanded very well. So, alright, and there it is. So Charlemagne enters the war too. Alright, so now every AI leader is at war in this game. So that's kind of what I was expecting, that we would see them pile in. I kind of thought Wang Khan would also join this war. The problem is Huayna Capac started it first, and HC really just needs to sign peace and get out of this war. We'll see if he's smart enough to do that. Close-up of the Japanese sword, okay, as requested. Here's one. There you go. Got to zoom around to get them from the front side. Hope nobody gets dizzy from this. There they are. Got a little facial hair there. It looks like also... Don't mind those workers in the background just tossing rocks up into the air. Don't mind that. Men at work. Oh, never mind. It wasn't them. It was the oil. They're standing on an oil tile that they can't see yet. All right, so this will be interesting. Let's see where Charlie is on the power bar graph. So, all right, so he's first. Wang Khan's still here. Mehmed, and then Bismarck is suffering. This might take a little pressure off Bismarck. It also might mean that Mehmed ends up taking all of the spoils from this war. Yeah, because he just shredded the city of Cologne. Just one horse archer with 1/10 of a hit point left. Oh, I was going to say maybe Toku can sneak in and steal this, but Mehmed moves before Toku in turn order, so no. It's not going to happen. That's a pretty good stack up there. And it looks like it's headed for Kyoto with one catapult inside. But that might be enough to take the Japanese capital. Alright, so as expected, Cologne falls too. Before we forget, and I'm sure some of you guys will mention, we'll refresh the map so we can see everything that's going on. So there goes another city. Bismarck's getting rolled. He doesn't have much left at this point. He's clinging on at Munich, and then there are very few units in these two cities here. Very few. So Mehmed's doing well. By the way, Wang Khan is first by a pretty good margin right now. Looking good. He's tech. I think he's the tech leader too. All right, so the siege of Kyoto underway, and apparently there are enough catapults to do a pretty good number on that city's defenses. Raina Kopak is still doing his thing. He just doesn't have enough territory. He should. I guess he could get some. Wow, that was a big civic swap from Wang Khan. I was going to say his borders will get him a little bit more territory if, like, Satsuma were to fall, he would probably get that via culture flip. But at some point he's going to need to get more territory. You can't win the game on just 7 cities, or at least not normally. Because, like, this stack's hanging out here, but it's not really achieving anything. Picked a really bad war to fight, I'd say. So half the defenses are now gone in Kyoto. What's going on in the other, in the Mehmed war? He's still healing and recovering. So it looks like the action's at Kyoto right now. Yeah, Mehmed did found his own religion, that's true. He might try to backstab one of the others after he spreads it. Very true. So there won't be any defenses in Kyoto, and then we'll see what happens. Our elephants here, though. That helps. So the attack has not actually been ordered yet. It's a lot of city raider units, though. We'll see. There's another stack coming in here that might be helpful. So Charlemagne is going to build his shrine. Okay, wow, the defenders... That was a lot of losses on both sides there. I don't know if it's going to be enough to be successful in the overall attack, though. And Mehmed's already got his next attack underway, which will definitely take Frankfurt. He's just rolling up Bismarck, no problems here. Bismarck was exhausted by that first war with Toku, and then... oh, never mind. This attack looks like it will succeed. Or at least Kyoto's very low. There's almost nothing left in there. A lot of damaged attackers, but some of them will heal and promote and then be able to heal via promotion. So, yeah, this city, there's not much left. There's the shrine. Yeah, Bismarck is dead at this point, unless he would somehow get peace. I don't see that happening, but... Alright, there you go. So Kyoto's fallen. So Toku also having a rough time. He might be able to recapture this, though. Maybe not. Remember, the pyramids are in there. So again, I feel like Wang Khan would have joined one of these wars if Raina Kopak wasn't trolling him with this, whatever the heck this war is. And there's Frankfurt. So all that's left now is Hamburg and Munich, which almost was captured several times previously, but never actually fell. Let's see what the power bar graph is again, just to get a refresher. Yeah, so Toku's been taking it on the chin. He's now fallen, and Bismarck, of course. The other three are very close in power. Mehmed is looking good right now. He's going to have the most territory when this is over. It does depend partially on what happens with Tokugawa, though. Like whether Charlemagne is able to keep taking territory from that location or not. For some reason he's building a settler here. I don't understand that. But yeah, Huayng Khan is much stronger than Huayna Capac right now. And Huayna Capac's not even building units. I don't know why he doesn't just sign peace. He's building multiple wonders and forges everywhere. This doesn't make a lot of sense. And getting, yeah. So there's another wonder. Maybe Huayna Capac will go for a cultural victory. He would be well suited to go for a cultural victory. Oh no! Michiel de Ruyter. Michael de Ruyter has died in combat. And Toku builds Shwedagon Paya for some reason? Not entirely clear why he would do that. Well, we just looked at the power bars like a turn ago, or 2 turns ago or something recent. Yeah, this city's toast. Not much hope of that city surviving. Then we'll have to see where Mehmed wants to go next. Worst enemy of Charlemagne. Oh, here we go. Here's another stack. Oh, that's... Wow, Osaka has like nothing. This city's gonna fall too. So, all those Tokugawa first to die predictions, I wouldn't say they were bad picks. It's just Bismarck's dying even faster in this game due to his incompetence. Remember the great start? It's a good example of why the starting tile is not necessarily a great indicator. All right, enough. We're not joining your wars. Oh my god, are you kidding me? 3 in a row? A good indicator of why what happens early on is not necessarily the best clue as to what's going to happen. So yeah, Biz is just about dead. Colossus was built by the Incans. See, there it is. To answer your question from before. Huayna Capac's best chance at this point might be a cultural or diplomatic victory, because he is on good terms with the other two. He does not have enough he is struggling on territory, that's for sure. But we could see some big clashes down here, because if Biz and Toku are both gone, we're going to have 2 northern leaders who do not like either of the 2 southern leaders. Yeah, Spectator Civ with no military is going to turn the tide of war. Indeed. Kyoto was almost recaptured, but not quite enough. I would probably put more than 1 low-health spear in that city. Yeah, 1 spear with 3 HP. I think you might want to put some more units in there so it doesn't get recaptured. That said, this is not going well for Toku at all. He lost, what, 2 cities? He's only got 5 left at this point. Huayna Capac's like, I'm going to vulture some territory from Tokugawa because my culture is ridiculous in some of these cities. Yeah, Tiwanaku has 1100 culture, so... And like this city would also get swallowed up by Korihua whatever's borders if it were to get captured, which is looking likely. I continue to be surprised that war between Huayna Capac and Huayng Khan is ongoing. I really would have thought one of them would have called it off. So see how Mehmed is now surged up and almost caught Huayng Khan in score? He will pass him when this war is over, and he gets a chance to build up these cities. Tech to the win, yeah. Look, and this city has almost been recaptured too. It's 1 horse archer with 1.5 HP remaining, but it just got reinforced with a longbow, so it should hold out now. Still, that was really close, and here comes wow, 13 catapults in the big doom stack? Jeez, a lot of catapults. And here comes Mehmed to end Bismarck's game at a very early exit. Yeah, here they come. And it looks like Huayng Khan is winning his war with Huayna Capac pretty decisively. Huayna Capac did get a great profit, so he'll be able to build the shrine. The Great Wall, it does nothing. It does not keep out the real barbarians. The Ottomans are the true barbarians. No. Yep, Mehmed has gotten every single German city, in addition to all those barb cities that were on the coast. And now the Holy Romans are on the march again, too. Towards Satsuma, which again will be swallowed up by Incan culture. Yeah, so slowly bombarding down the defenses here. Bismarck, he's got a lot of workers left in that city. Yeah, so Mehmed finally builds his shrine. So if he converts to Islam, that would be interesting. We would lose this great big Taoist bloc. Hasn't shown much interest in spreading the religion yet, but that could change if he gets back in peace. So yeah, right now Satsuma and Munich are the two spots that are under attack. Bismarck definitely disappointed in this game. He really blew it in this match. Alright, so there goes Satsuma, wow. And that's also the end of the game for Bismarck. So wow, turn 145? That was sad. A sad fate for Bismarck. Give him an amazing capital and he still blows it. He got a great general though on the last turn, which then immediately died. Alright, so goodbye Germany. Alright, so those Toku to die predictions, again, not bad, but just he didn't die fast enough for those of us who picked him. So let's get that in the picking contest. First eliminated, Bismarck. He really blew it this year, didn't he? Still has not survived a single game. So we had 21 people pick that out of about 100 something predictions. So that's not a lot, but like 1/6 of the total. So congrats to those of you who got that. And oh, and I gotta mark it in. So the kill goes to Mehmed. Mehmed, by the way, has struggled in past years, but he has picked up kills even though he's struggled. So he manages that again. Bismarck first to die. And what was 145? That's an early exit. He's gonna be one of the last finishing people in this season. Turn 145. Alright, that covers everything. Alright, 5 leaders alive still. Who will be the next to fall? I think we've got an answer to that because it's going to be Tokugawa. But then what will happen? Then it'll be the real question. An early guilds from Wang Kan. He's already getting ready for knights. That probably doesn't spell good stuff for Huayna Kapak. Okay, so now what will Mehmed do? Because he's back at peace again. We should check to see who he dislikes. It's probably Wang Kan that he dislikes. All right, he doesn't like. Well, he's friendly with both of the Taoist civs, and he is annoyed with both of the other two. So don't be surprised if he goes after Wang Kan or Charlemagne next. All right, we seem to have 2 large blocks of civs here. What would Mehmed do? Indeed. All right, so. Yep, the question will be largely on him, because he is now the only one currently not at war. And yes, he does take over first place in score. I wonder if he will intervene in this conflict before or after Japan dies, would be my question. Because if he intervenes soon enough, Japan might be able to survive. If not, Japan is almost certainly going to die. Of course, he could go after Korea as well. That would be the biggest showdown because they're first and second in score right now. This city does not look like it's being targeted right now. Yeah, or Mehmed could convert to his own religion. That would be also, wow, 10 catapult again. Charlemagne is bringing the heat when it comes to the siege units. He's taking, look how fast he took out the defenses from 50% to 10% just like that. Oh, it's turn 150. Cool. Look at this craziness. Oh, I should check who Wang Kan has open borders with. So Wang Kan, no open borders with Tokugawa or Mehmed, and he's at war with Huayna Kapak, so he can't reach Huayna Kapak right now. Huayna Kapak is totally safe from his armies. Unless they can find... Oh, I guess there's like some narrow way they can like walk through this one city here and like slip down into Incan territory that way, but it's certainly a little weird. Hello, welcome. Okay, so I see we had another request for classical era music, so that's fine. We can give you classical era. Everyone should have monotheism by now. That's not ancient, right? Actually, I think it is. Just give ourselves ironworking. Everybody has ironworking. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, there you go. So as requested, there you go. I don't have a strong preference. I like the fact that you get different eras of music. I do like the medieval and Renaissance music, though. I'll say that. Charlemagne, most cultured. Huayna Capac is second. So another Japanese city falls. And he adopts police state via police state and theocracy. He has the pyramids, which is why he can go to police state. This is a real tangled mess over here for the Incans and the Incans and the Koreans. That's it. Wang Khan's counterattacking. Well, he's trying to. He can't get to Huayna Capac's territory. He's blocked from everything except. You know, if Charlemagne keeps conquering territory, he'll be able to move through Holy Roman lands. Oh wow, here's a huge stack. Jeez, gotta watch where that one's going. Has to walk around the. Yeah, we'll sign. Wow, wait, what? He asked us for open borders. Tokugawa asked us for open borders. That's rare. Yeah, so like this stack would really start hurting the Incas if they could reach them, but they can't. And I think Huayna Capac's kind of like going into culture mode right now. He's going for Sistine, Notre Dame. Yep, but in the meantime, here comes the Holy Roman stack. Oh, and I guess this is where Huayna Capac stack is. It's relatively, and he just founded a religion. It's relatively easy to see the purple dots in Korean territory. Yeah, it's true. I'm friendly with him, right? Plus 100, plus 100 relations. That explains it. It's just for him, it's so rare to see him come asking for open borders. All right, I thought this group was going for Kagoshima, but now they like turned around and are going for Visigoth. Well, that's noteworthy. So let me highlight that. Wang Khan is now the worst enemy of Mehmed. That could be troublesome. Worst enemy. And there's another one. Wow, okay. So Huayna Capac is totally going for the culture route, as far as I can tell. He's just building wonders left and right. I wonder if he will attempt a culture victory in this game. That's probably his best chance of winning. We'll see. If he decides to identify that as a path to go. While he's sheltered by Mehmed here. Wang Khan's units are already in Incan territory. Are you sure? I don't see any. Could be wrong, but I'm not seeing any. I see this stack right here, which can now move through Holy Roman territory to get at the Incas. Also, this line of elephants marching down is pretty funny. Yeah, this could be trouble for Huayna Capac. He really needs Mehmed to jump in here and help him. The first stack died. Okay, so there was a stack that died. Okay. I'm sure you guys are right. Yeah, here they come. Here comes the big stack with 9 Hwachas and 2 trebuchets and a lot of knights. Not looking good for Huayna Capac. He really needs to get Mehmed to join him. This whole war has not made a lot of sense from Huayna Capac's point. We demand you cancel your deals with the vile Korean. Alright, here they come. Still marching down towards Tiwanaku. There is not enough there to stop that at all. Not at all. Alright, so another Japanese city falls. Heinz Guderian is tied in combat. Mehmed does not appear to be plotting war at the moment. And Wang Khan just triggered a golden age. He tried to prove he was #1 2 troll. So we gotta watch this stack right now. Huayna Capac did not pick a good enemy here. Oh, and here they go. Off towards, I guess, Charlemagne has open borders with Huayna Capac. This city will probably flip or be gifted over. There goes the worker. So a quarter of the defenses were taken out that turn. Wow, Huayna's pretty far behind. Look at him in the score. He is not close to either of the people at the top. We should look at the power bar graphs again. Haven't done that in a little while. Okay, so yeah, it's about what you'd expect. Those three are tops, and then Huayna Capac is a lot lower, and Toku is in the process of dying. GMP's close, for what that's worth. If you kill Huayna Capac, you will be my hero. And that's the Golden Age bump. Yeah, Food Mehmed has now taken the lead due to conquering all those German cities. And here comes the Holy Roman units. Yeah, this city, so again, here's where it's nice to have all that culture. This looks like the middle of the map is where all the action is again. So yeah, that stack is still very much in untouched at the moment. Building the Sistine Chapel's nice, but it's not going to save him here. The only one who can save him right now is Mehmed, and I don't know if Mehmed is interested in doing that. So Tiwanaku is captured as expected. As two great generals are birthed. And Nara is not going to last much longer. So this means Huayna Capac is going to die to Wang Khan unless someone joins this war. Yeah, potentially going the same path as Elizabeth here. He needs, if he doesn't get an ally, he is going to die. No question about it. And this actually relieves a lot of cultural pressure on Huayna Capac, on Mehmed over here. That should be it for Nara. Mehmed might want to get involved in one of these wars before all of his allies are dead. So Wang Khan gets the Apostolic Palace as his Golden Age ends. Because if Mehmed's the only one left standing, he's probably not going to fare very well against both Mehmed and Wang Khan, or excuse me, both Charlemagne and Wang Khan. Yeah, so this army's on the march again. Oh wait, no, those are isolated units. Where's the main army? The main army, I don't see a huge army anymore for Wang Khan. Maybe it's split up and is healing somewhere. Oh, there it is. Here's the main force, along with more knights running in behind. So all that's left now for Japan is this one city. Mehmed is still just totally chilling for the moment. I guess he's building some units, so perhaps he's plotting war. Look at all those Holy Roman units running around. He could take that city probably with just those knights. So Huayna Capac founds yet another religion. I think that was the Divine Right religion. But that's not going to stop this stack. Might slow it down a little. Here comes more units. Yeah, that's just a lot of units. Well, here's the stack that's going to kill Japan. Looks like we also might have the stack that's going to kill the Incas, too. Has not been a great game for Huayna Capac. I thought he'd be okay. Up, what's this? And there it is. Is this the salvation for Huayna Capac? This Mehmed just joined the war. All right. Well, that might be what he needs to survive this. Some of you are like, yay. Other people are like, I hate you. No, not Apostolic Palace, although Wang Khan could use the AP, but that had nothing to do with the Apostolic Palace there. So that will pull, and again, if we look at the power bar graphs, So Mehmed is higher in power than Wang Khan. Burger King, that's possible as well. He won't do anything until he finishes off Japan, though. Not that that's going to take much longer. Worst enemy of Huayna worst enemy of Mehmed. So where's the main Ottoman stack? Let's see if we can find... Here it is. And that is a sizable force. Pretty good stuff there. That looks like he's got about, wow, 16 horse archers. He's got about 40 units or so there. No, he's got 63 units on that tile. Jeez, 63 units in a group together. Okay. That could be a little bit rough. So Huayna will now need to try to clear his land of this stack because it will not be reinforced at this point. Mehmed's going to absorb all the reinforcements. Again, Huayna only realistic chance at this point is to win a cultural victory, which is not out of the question because we've seen him win by culture before. That stack is now up to 67 units. There are some random units. So it's funny how they have like this big shared border, Korea and the Ottomans, but like all the units are over here. And then there's this city, which is going to be very difficult to hold now that war has started, because it's pretty isolated. All right, so there goes the defenses of Visigoth. That's it. So goodbye, Japan. Again, I don't think Tokugawa first to die was a bad pick, because he did not last very long. But Bismarck died even faster, because Bismarck played a really incompetent game. All right, so that's that. Turn 177, Toku is second to die. And the next big question will be, what does Charlemagne want to do? Does he want to jump into this conflict or sit back and build? Both of which are viable choices. So Mehmed claims another kill. It's his second of the game. And Tokugawa, this is turn 177. Not a great showing either, but about what we expected for Toku. You know, the funny thing about this is, so that first war was Tokugawa against Bismarck, and the question was, who's the winner in that war? Well, the answer is they're both losers, because they both ended up getting eliminated as a result of their early war. Yeah, this city still has, like, no defenses in it. And Wang Khan is still sending units to attack down here instead of defending his own territory, which seems questionable, but hey, who knows? All right, so Charlemagne, he's cautious with both of these, with both Mehmed and Huayna. He is friendly with Wang Khan. And they are, yeah, so they're both friendly towards one another. Why did I credit? Oh, you're right. Why did I credit that? I totally got that wrong. Thank you for pointing that out. That was Charlemagne. Pick that up. That was a total brain fart there. All right, so I just corrected it. You guys are right, as you guys put in the chat. Wang Khan the troll, indeed. So the other big fight is here at Nampo, which will probably get taken over once those defenses are down, which they will be soon. Yeah, there's very little in that city. But again, there's very little in Kori over here either. Huayna is just clinging to life right now, hoping that his buddy here can protect him. Alright, so that city did get captured. So why don't we do this for Civ 5? So on the one hand, I do prefer Civ 4. I think it's a better game. For Civ 5, the AI is really bad at attacking and capturing cities. Like, really bad. It's not as bad as the Civ 6 AI, but it's still not good. Huayna does not have horses, as I understand it. I think that may have been hurting him a lot, too. Yeah, he does not have horses, so he can't... apparently he has ivory, so he can build war elephants, but he doesn't seem to have horses. I think he might be trying to take this city back. Wang Khan is still relentlessly sending units down here, even though he just lost a core city. We'll see where Mehmed chooses to attack next. In terms of power... Yeah, Wang Khan is slowly losing power here. Just lost a fair bit. But Charlemagne is still higher than Mehmed in power, so that's kind of interesting. Yeah, the AI in Civ 6 just can't capture cities. Once walls are built, it's like impossible for any cities to be captured. Also note that Charlemagne has a stack trapped here that can't leave because he does not have open borders with Huayna Capac anymore. All right, this city is being reinforced. There's a lot of longbows in there now, but I still think there's enough units attacking that can take that out, I think. Probably. All right, so the army's on the march again. This stack still has 52 units in it. It lost some units, but it's 52 units. And it's heading for North Korea, apparently. Pyongyang is the next target. Holy city in this game. Kind of interesting. Not very well defended. With a catapult and 6 trebs, that'll take out the defenses awful fast. And over here, the defenses are almost down. Huayna Capac is... Why is he building an Islamic temple in a city that's about to get attacked? That's a weird decision. A very strange decision. Alright, so that city did get captured, too. That's bad for Huayna Capac. I mean, aside from the obvious fact that he lost the city, but the fact that he lost Tiwanaku is also bad, because that would have been one of his 3 legendary cities. Like, as far as picking the 3 legendary cities, yeah, see, he really needed Tiwanaku to be one of those legendary cities, so that's not good there either. A lot of injured units, but not enough for Huayna Capac to hold that city. Now we have a North and a South Korea, something like that. Wang Khan still seems to be sending units down here for some reason, even as his own core gets torn apart. A lot of units moving around. Alright, now he's finally going back to reinforce. He's finally sending this stack back. So Huayna Capac will have a decent chance to recapture these cities that he lost. Doesn't seem to be building a lot of units, though. He is definitely out of the running at this point. Alright, so another city captured. And like we said, that's the holy city for Wang Kong's religions. That's a really, really harsh blow to him, as more great generals pop up everywhere. Yeah, so he's just now, like, Korea is in some pretty serious danger here, having lost 2 major cities while dicking around with Huayna Capac down in the south. It does look like it's between Mehmed and Charlemagne at this point. I wonder if he decides to get involved in this war or not, because that would be what salvages Wang Khan's game, is Charlemagne joining this war, just as the earlier war declaration has allowed Huayna Capac to cling to life for the moment. And potentially get these cities back at some point. Like, look, there's still quite a few Korean units down here, down in the deep south. Alright, and the stack's moving again. Here it is, here's the main stack. Now it's down to 32 units, but a lot of units are healing and getting back in the fight. And those swatches. It's a good unique unit. We don't get to see it as that often, but it is. Oh wow, that city almost got captured. Nampo. These knights just decided to strike at it and almost took it back. This city has still been ignored, which is pretty funny. And Wang Khan does have the Apostolic Palace, so he could always try some kind of shenanigans with that, potentially. Huayna Capac, building Versailles, and the Spiral Minaret. Good choices. Don't try to get your cities back that were captured. Build wonders that are of low utility value. Oh, Mehmed, oh, you're right, you're right. Mehmed has the Apostolic Palace now because it was in Pyongyang. You are correct. See if we can spot it in there. The city's on fire right now, so it's a little harder to see, but it should be in there. I don't see it. Maybe it's not in that. Oh, wait, yes, there it is. Behind the smoke. That's it right there. Hard to see because the city's burning, but there it is. There we go. You guys are right. Huayna Capac doing Elysian, not building units. Don't look now, but there's also a siege going on of the Korean capital right now. Only 2 trebuchets though, so that's not going to be that fast. A lot of the siege units have apparently died. And Wang did just trigger a Golden Age from Taj Mahal. So everybody's pretty much on medieval tech right now in terms of units. Wang Khan's on Constitution. Like, no one has quite hit the rifling jumping point in terms of military tech. Yeah, so he's only taking 8% off Seoul's defenses each turn, so he's going to be there for a while. That said, it will give this stack a chance to get reinforced. Ah, and they made peace. Huayna Capac and Wang Khan finally made peace. Okay. But these cities remain in Korean hands. So it is very close between Mehmed and Charlemagne for first place. Look, they are close to one another. And I think he might be plotting war, because Charlie's building knights and units in almost every city. I wouldn't be surprised if he's planning to attack. And if he attacks someone, he's probably attacking Huayna Capac, let's be honest. Or maybe not. Or maybe not. Maybe he's... Yeah, okay. Or maybe not. Maybe he's going... Oh. What the heck? Alright, what just happened? Let's unpack this for a second. So, first of all, the main thing is Charlemagne decided to jump in and attack Mehmed. And what was the other war? It was Huayna Capac attacking... He went back to war with Wang Khan again? I thought they just signed peace. That must have been the Apostolic Palace. Yeah, that must have been the Apostolic Palace or something. Huayna made a one-term peace. They must have had a ceasefire. Okay, this is really bad for Mehmed, though. He's now at war with both of the 2 northern leaders. So Charlemagne to win Wang Khan for second. I do have Wang Khan. I picked Wang Khan to finish second. So Charlie really picked a nice spot for this war here. He let those 2 fight it out, and then now he's jumping in. And don't forget, most of Mehmed's units are still fighting up here at Seoul. This is a strange game. It might have been Apostolic Palace. Yeah, I updated the war decoration count because it's at 7, right? Or did I update it? Like, guys, let me know. Did I get that wrong? I thought I updated it. It could be. It should be 7. Oh, did I only update it to 6 instead of 7? Okay, let me see. All right, so it should be 7. It should be 7. So I ticked it up by 1 instead of 2. That's it. Okay, so I knew I increased it. I was right that I'd increased it, but I missed the double war declaration. Just got the single war declaration. Okay, thanks, guys. And don't worry, I know that you've got the chat delay there. Okay, so now Pyongyang is being attacked by... This is a very confusing situation as far as what's going on here. Alright, so, yeah, oh wow, Charlie is way ahead in power. Man, if he sweeps through the Ottomans and just takes over the land, he's going to win by domination, just like that. Because he's already pretty far along towards domination. We could have a ridiculously early end to this game if he just continues attacking and gets enough land. He's tops in production, tops in food, wow. Yeah, Seoul still might fall to Mehmed, and then it could be conquered away from him by Charlie, by Charlemagne. Yeah, I think this city is going to fall as well. And there is still a war going on down here as well. Huayna Capac is tiny little... Oh, wait, where's that? Oh, another border city falling. I didn't even realize that one was under... I didn't even know that was under attack. So, like, Wang Khan is being hurt badly. But these gains will probably be taken away from Wang Khan and given to Mehmed. Probably. Because, like, he took Pyongyang. That city is likely to fall. There are more units running around randomly in different locations. I wonder if Wang Khan can somehow slip through in second place or something. Let's see. You only count 6. Wang Khan versus Wang, Toku versus Bismarck, Charlemagne versus Tokugawa, Mehmed versus Wang. Tokugawa. I think it's 7. That's what everyone in chat was saying. So I think that's right. I'm willing to trust people in chat on this. So this city, Nampo, was liberated back to Wang Khan. You are right, 7. Okay. I figured that that was right based on what everyone had been saying. Also, Seoul is probably going to be captured here and then taken away. World map. Oh, and it's turned 200. Okay. Yeah, this has turned into a very confusing game. Let's just see if this city gets captured. I'm really curious. There it goes. Alright, so Seoul did get captured. So that wipes out any culture that might have been in there. As we have more cities changing hands left and right in this very confusing game. Where was Busan? Oh, there it is. Okay, we'll see if that gets liberated back to Korea or not. And meanwhile, Huayna is still technically at war down here. Charlie is just chasing Mehmed and recapturing cities, yeah. Wang Khan, you did your job. You crippled his skull. Now it's trying to finish the job.
It is entirely seemly for a young man killed in battle to lie mangled by the bronze spear. In his death,
I don't think this game's going to end up going that long. I think we're going to see somebody win by domination. Probably Charlemagne, since he seems to be seizing control of this game. That said, Mehmed is on replaceable parts. Maybe he can staunch the bleeding by getting... Yeah, I'm really confused about what's going on, too. This is a very confusing situation. I think Berlin's being attacked right now, but like this territory has been in the middle of the map has been so heavily fought over. It's really hard to make sense of like who has what. Alright, so Mehmed's been taking it on the chin pretty hard ever since Holy Rome entered this war. That does not bode well. And GNP for Korea has fallen drastically from losing these cities. Charlemagne can build grenadiers. Is that right? Yeah, you're right, because he had military science. That's true. At this point, we're kind of like relying on having a reveal map in order to tell who's capturing what. This one city, Nampo, that the Koreans... Wait, what? Oh, okay, because these two are allied. This one city is like has cultures spewed out in every direction right now. And here comes the Koreans again, back to fight with the poor Incans down here. Are they like trying to attack these cities, or what's the deal? This poor city, Kori, cannot work any tiles whatsoever. There are 0 tiles the city can work. I have no idea how it's sized to. Everything's in the borders of another Civ. This is probably the most confusing game we've played this year. It's just a total mess as to who's fighting where. Like, look at this right now. Can you make any sense of what the heck's going on here? Because I sure can't. I mean, the only thing I can really say is it looks like Holy Rome is slowly conquering the Ottomans. That's about it. I can't say too much beyond that. And then the question is how many cities will get liberated back? Back to the Koreans again. So Janissary is in play. Mehmed is on rifling. I guess he's had Janissaries for a little while now. But Grenadiers do pretty well against rifles. There it is. So that's... that city goes over to... There's a good chance that'll get liberated back to Korea again. So yeah, Mehmed's offensive has petered out, and now he's getting rolled up. I think the main fighting for right now is near Berlin. I guess there was that fighting up there in the north. Yeah, and so Seoul was liberated back. You can see it's already a Korean city again. Where is... Alright, so he's already at 35% for land area. Like, if he gets all of the Ottoman territories, he's going to have enough to get the domination requirement. I don't think there's much question. Or if he doesn't, he'll just attack Huayna and take that land over. because he does not like Huayna either. This has been a game of alliances. Well, I guess this city has almost been captured by the Incas, although now they're attacking the next city, which doesn't have very much in the way of defenses down here. Huayna is slowly getting carved apart, even by Korea, weak as Korea might be. Now the Korean capital is the former barbed city of Tartar. That's weird. Yeah, and a random grenadier down here. Like, what is... I don't know. I guess they're trying to walk through to the east. Really weird. Imagine Huayna winning the playoff game, getting the title again. I mean, as long as he isn't eliminated, he will have another shot at this. I won't say his chances are looking very good right now. Yeah, his army is... He still has... I mean, this is not a particularly large army, but he still has one down here. Poor Huayna. He has not had a good game. Maybe it's because he didn't have his normal colors. The purple colors just did him in. He's trying to take this city back. Oh, okay. So Wang Khan makes peace with Mehmed. Gets out of that war. So now it's just Charlemagne against Mehmed. That's bad news for Huayna. That means now Wang Khan can come down here and focus entirely on Huayna. I don't know why he jumped back into that war a second time. He was probably forced into it by Mehmed. But Huayna definitely should have stayed at peace. He does not want to fight anyone right now. He deserves it. Yeah, I can't feel too sorry for Huayna. Oh wow, that's a big army. I can't feel too sorry for Huayna either. He did deserve it. He picked a really stupid war multiple times with Wang Khan. There was no reason to do that whatsoever. He could have gone after Bismarck, and he would have stolen, more territory for himself. Urgently request India's assistance in our crusade against the Incas. But yeah, this is a large army. There are... Can you guys see that? I can't highlight it with the mouse because I have to keep the mouse cursor here in order to highlight the stack. But there are 116 units in this stack. Rifles or no, 116 units are going to do a lot of damage. 116. Yeah, so needless to say, that was enough to capture Berlin. Yeah, that's a lot of units. Yeah, AP Cheese Declaration is probably out at this point. So Huayna goes to free religion. If he can get peace somehow with Wang Khan, being in free religion would help with relations because he no longer gets the diplomatic malice. I don't know why Wang Khan would sign peace with him though. He could just keep this war up and conquer his way into getting these cities, which by the way have a lot of wonders in them. So what's the next target? I don't see another Holy Roman stack yet on the march. They'll appear soon enough, though. So Vilcus got attacked, and it is almost gone. Although the attackers are weak, but I think they're still strong enough to take that city. Oh, maybe not. They look like they might be coming up slightly short. Depends on if that city gets reinforced or not. I don't know why Huayna building a caravel in that city. That seems like a very odd choice. And here comes another stack, but it's not the main one. Alright, here's the main stack with its 98 units over here. Hanging out just to the east of Nara. So keep an eye on that, but I'm still curious if this city is going to get captured or not. Nope, it looks like it held out against this attack by the slimmest of margins. Very, very close, but it did not fall. In fact, with this, well, not a lot of attack units, but it's a lot of crossbows. I wonder if that city could get recaptured, maybe, if that's its attack next. We'll see. Wang Khan keeps reinforcing down here through Holy Roman territory. Alright, so here's the main stack, the 98 units, going for Cologne next, as the ex-Germany gets fought over for the third time in this game. Pusan has to be frantically starving down, can only work 2 tiles. Where is that main stack? Here we go. Wait, no. Further north. Oh, here it is. I'm sorry, I'm missing this. Mehmed popped an engineer for his golden age? Probably. The AI often uses engineers for golden ages, even though they're usually better used on wonders. And now it goes to police state. He's on steel as well. Alright, so that's not surprising that another city gets liberated. And there it is. Huayna Capac makes peace with Huang Khan. Alright, so Huayna Capac not out of this yet. He manages to get peace with Huang Khan. So that could be key to give him another shot in the wildcard game if he can survive this. There are cuirassiers roaming through Mehmed's territory, though. So we've just got one war ongoing at the present. Charlemagne against Mehmed. Where's that main stack again? Oh, here it is. Turned around and walked back. We'll just watch where this stack goes. Got awful quiet in this game, too. When a city gets liberated, does the culture come back? So whatever culture was already present in that city will still be there. But the buildings that were lost on capture do not magically reappear. I wouldn't be surprised if Pusan is gifted back too. Oh, and now there's cannons on the scene. That does not bode well for Mehmed, as long as this war continues at least. Where in the world is that main stack? I lost track of where it was. The one that had like 100 units in it or whatever. I know they didn't all die. Oh, here it is. Here it is. It still has 100. It's back up to 114 units again. It was probably upgrading units and preparing to move out again. And there it goes. Alright, so all the Korean cities are back under Huang Khan's control. So Huang Khan does look like he is in a good position to get second in this game. So I'm glad I picked him for second, at least. At least that way I will get some points. Also glad I picked domination, because that's looking quite likely as a victory condition. Alright, Charlie, time to send your forces out somewhere, instead of just having them stand in place. I mean, he'll move them eventually, but he is just standing in place with 114 units right now. If Huang Khan is smart, he will not attack anyone again. This city actually revolted, but it won't flip back to Huayna Capac because cities won't flip back to the person who just conquered them. Yeah, so sometimes this happens. The AI's pathfinding just like seems to get confused and it won't move. It just has a huge stack stand in place. Yeah, we can look at the bar graphs real quickly because we haven't done that in a little while. So it's about what you'd expect for GMP. I'm kind of surprised Huayna Capac is almost the same GMP as Mehmed. Production, food, yeah, it's about what you'd expect. Mehmed, who was equal with, actually was ahead, now he's fallen way below Charlemagne, and power is about what you'd expect. Boy, I guess the one thing I didn't expect is Korea is almost as low as Inca at this point. And then culture, Inca's back to being first in culture again. Keep an eye, for those of you watching, let me know if you spot Huayna Capac's research drop because he's running the culture slider. That would be incredible if he was able to pull out a win that way. Yep, this big stack is still just sitting in place, not attacking, not doing anything. I guess there's another force, a little force over here. But like there's a huge stack with hundreds of units in it not moving. I don't know why. They are still at war, aren't they? Oh yeah, they're still fighting. Alright, now it finally moved. I don't know what he was waiting for. Waiting for just the right moment. But there's 112 units. Alright, so you guys wanted to see beakers. So Charlie's at 550, Huayna Capac's at 289, Mehmed's at 467, and Huang Kong's at 680. So it's really reasonably close. No one's running away with the game economically right now. Now we at least have like logical borders again, as opposed to the confusing mess that we had before. Those grenadiers actually could probably take that city if they attacked because they get the bonus against rifles, but they have chosen not to do so. Now the stack turns around and is heading towards Cologne. Not the greatest pathfinding at work here from Charlie. Still, he will eventually be able to stumble his way into the target, I would think. Huayna Capac is building temples and monasteries, though, so he may be thinking about culture. Yeah, so Ollantaytambo and Cuzco have decent culture. The problem is he doesn't have a third city. His third city was Tiwanaku, and it got captured. Ollantaytambo is building more cultural stuff, though. Yeah, outside the Charlemagne Huayna Capac. Yeah, I mean, okay, so this is a little bit weird. But most of the borders make sense. So Cologne is the target of the giant stack, the 112 unit stack, so I don't expect that city to hold very long. It doesn't really matter that Mehmed has rifles for defense. That many units can just plow right through them. And Charlie's about to pick up rifling too, so he will also have rifles and calves as soon as he finishes that. So there it goes. Just took that city. And then we'll need to get these two as well in order to start laying claim to the rest of Germany, former Germany. Then he can start getting into the actual Ottoman core after that. Alright, so there's rifling tech. Here comes another stack. I'm surprised that the Burger King has played this well in this game. He just picked his war timings really well. He hit Toku at just the right time. He hit Mehmed at a really good time. I'm curious about the diplomacy too. So Wang Khan, oh man, he really hates Huayna Capac. I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to war again at some point. Huayna Capac hates Charlemagne, although picking a fight with him would be suicidal. Alright, so it's about what we'd expect. Oh, and Mehmed is friendly with Huayna Capac, and Charlemagne is not, he's not friendly with Wang Khan. Wang Khan is friendly with him, though. I see a lot of people still arguing for Huayna Capac to be finished off. We'll see. He's not gone yet. Still clinging to life down there, building religious stuff. It's not totally done yet. Hey, Sydney. I think he was asleep, and I think he just woke up because he's walking in here. Here, do you want to come over here? Come here. Come here, buddy. Come here. You guys can't see, but he's staring at me from across the room. Here, let me see if you guys can see. I don't know if this shows up. Can you see him off there? Just sitting in there. What? What are you doing? I'm in the middle of streaming right now, buddy. I'll take you out after I'm done, okay? That'll be in a couple more hours. You're fine for right now. Okay, does this look okay? All right. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of yellow units in Mehmed territory right now. And all these units will be getting upgraded to rifles and calves. It'll take a little while, but they will start getting upgraded. He'll actually have to probably will stop researching for a little while, or turn down his research slider in order to do a whole bunch of upgrades. Hamburg's being attacked right now. Let me just see, I'm curious. Did he turn down? Alright, so note that he's running 50% gold. That's for unit upgrades. So he can upgrade all these. And boy, that's a lot of units. A lot of yellow units running around on the map. Yeah, these are pretty normal chairs. Nothing too fancy. Oh, also Charlie just went into a golden age as well, so now he'll have even more units, more money for unit upgrades. Yeah, now he's at 600 gold per turn for upgrades, and the rest for research. I mean, Mehmed is at the same tech level, right? He also has rifles and calves, and he's cranking them out as fast as he can, but he just has fewer cities, so, and he's losing cities with each turn, so it makes it tough. The other thing is cannons cut through the cultural defense is a heck of a lot quicker than catapults. So that makes the conquest attacks faster as well. Alright, well, for those of you who wanted to see this, there's the return. Wang Khan is back. He wants to see if he can finish the job. Let's see if he can pull it off. He's back to try to finish the job. Okay. He doesn't have a lot of units here. 8 were declarations. Time for Huayna Capac to die. As another city falls up here. We might be left with only 2 AIs at the end of this game. I wouldn't be surprised. Again, there's not that many, but I was going to say there's not that many units down here for Korea. But Korea has rifles, and Huayna Capac is going for democracy. Yeah, he could be going for rifling, instead he's going for democracy. Oh, that was not a good decision there, buddy. Not a good call. Because maces and whatever else you have are not going to stand up to rifles very well. Still not that many units down here for Korea yet, but I suspect they'll send more, in addition to the thousands of units that Holy Rome has running around. Yeah, here's another huge stack. This one has 80 units in it. So Frankfurt's not going to last very long, in addition to the gazillion calves that are attacking. When Frankfurt dies, it'll also open up some of this culture in this area. Like Incheon will be exerting cultural pressure, but cities like Hamburg and Cologne will finally have some borders of their own to work with. Oh, so Huayna Capac actually killed that first stack. He fought off the first attack as Wang Khan converts his civics. Oh, and he gets peace again. Huayna Capac survives. Some of you are not going to be happy, and some of you will be very happy. All right, so there goes another city, as expected. It may have been the Apostolic Palace. That is possible. I do not know, though. It also might have been that attack just didn't succeed. Mehmed is still at war with Burger King, correct. Still at war. And by the way, note that Wang Khan has slipped into second place, where he is likely to remain on score, so I'm pretty happy with that. As far as the land area domination percentages, so 38% right now for Charlie. He's got to get quite a bit more. But I believe if he takes all of the Ottoman territory, he will be very close to domination, I believe. That's why I said this game might end quite early, if he just rolls over the Ottomans and that's enough for domination. So turn 250. It's been a fast-moving game so far because it's been almost all warring. None of these long periods of peace. So where's the... Alright, so the main army is still here. It's healing. I expect we'll see more Holy Roman units heading south soon enough, after they've had a chance to heal up. Charlie should have kept the Korean cities, probably. They would have been pretty useless, but the AI likes to give the cities back if it's an ally of theirs, and those two are on good terms. So it makes sense. Frankfurt might flip to Wang Khan. Where's Frankfurt? Yeah, I agree. That city could... That city has a good chance of flipping. We'll see. We'll see how much culture he can get in there. And it looks like the next push is heading here for Libyan and Konya. I guess one thing I should check where these two are in terms of tech. So here's Wang Khan. He does have rifling. He's going for steel. He has military science for grenadiers. And Charlemagne is interesting. He's ahead in some respects. He is going for combustion, and he already has railroad. But he's missing this stuff here. He actually skipped education. Kind of a strange thing. And he didn't get divine right either. So he's advanced in some ways and less advanced in other ways. He probably should go for assembly line, but I don't think he will. The AI often delays that for a while because it's very expensive, and they just ignore the... like to go for stuff that's cheaper. I mean, here comes another force too. As far as power goes, yeah, now it's not even close. Okay, so Mehmed is now below Wang Khan, and so Charlemagne is just totally dominant now as far as military strength goes. It's not close. And the machine guns will make his cities pretty invulnerable to counterattack. Not that there's much of that going on, but yeah. Huayna Capac going for Statue of Liberty. Okay. Somehow is still hanging in there. He is actually getting close to passing Mehmed in score as Mehmed continues to lose cities. Come on, do a Barbarossa and drown. Huayna Capac has to die. He's hanging in there. I mean, you would think he would have died by now, but hasn't happened. It looks like Libyan is the next city targeted. Only one cannon with this stack, though, so it might get delayed a little while. We're like slowly watching Charlemagne just roll over the entire world. Never mind, didn't take that long. Killed most of the defenders on this past turn, and the rest will probably fall on this turn. No? Nope, still hasn't attacked. Okay. Just like random squads of calves roaming around. Still waiting. I guess he's waiting to kill the defenses with that one cannon. Needs some more cannons. That's what would speed this up the most. What's he building? A lot of research. Surprising amount of research. Oh well. Well, the city graphics changing usually means that they entered a new era of technology. He is the worst enemy of Charlemagne and Wang... Wait, he's the worst enemy of Wang Khan, not Huayna Capac, who attacked him like 5 times? Yeah, he is the worst enemy of Wang Khan. That's weird. Well, whatever. Take your time, drag this out to turn 310. I think I have to turn 310 as well, for what that's worth. We'll see. I expect it'll take another 30 turns or so. Like, it's a slow... The AI in this game does not tend to conquer very fast. It's kind of methodical, but it does ultimately get the job done. So this stack has no siege units with it, which actually means it'll attack faster because they won't bother to stop and bombard the defenses. They'll just attack immediately, which is bad in terms of losing units, but good in terms of actually taking cities quickly. Although they're healing now, so maybe they will take their time. Here comes more units. It's a separate stack over here. Yeah, I don't think Mehmed can defend against in 2 separate places at once. He can't even defend in 1 location, much less 2. And that city is almost dead. More great generals. So he's still a good ways away for domination. He will have the population. That's a non-issue. He's short now, but he will definitely have it by the time he has the land area. So he's at 41%. He needs 64%. Again, he will get more as borders expand, but he's still a good bit short right now. Never mind, he did take that city this turn, and now he's going to take Samsun this turn. So he's getting there, but he definitely will not hit domination until he gets all of the Ottoman territory. So, like, he definitely needs Ottoman territory to win that way. Huayna Capac still building religious stuff, and he is going to get... Isn't it funny that he's the one going for Statue of Liberty when he has, like, no cities and he won't benefit at all? So it's looking like we have our number 1 and number 2 pretty well determined. We don't 100% know the victory condition yet, although domination is looking likely. And we still have the very real issue of will Huayna Capac manage to survive here until the end of the game. You can see he wants to go for a cultural victory, but I don't think he's going to have enough time. I think domination can be won fast. Oh, I didn't even know that city was under attack. Well, that was fast. Mehmed is dying even faster than I thought right now. Will he give Samsun back to Korea? I thought he did earlier. Where's Samsun? I'll just zoom out and look at the map. Samsun. You guys probably can see it. I cannot see the city on the map right now. Oh, it's Japanese. Oh, did you mean Satsuma? Samsun is in Japan. Whatever. I'm sorry, I can't see it. I don't want to spend too much time. Oh, this city there. Ah, okay. It was recently. No, I don't think so. We'll see. I think he'll probably try to hold that one, but we'll see. I was looking in the wrong part of the map. You guys were right. It was one of the most recent conquests. Oh, and there goes Istanbul too. Okay. Print screen that. So yeah, this is this might take less time than I thought. The Ottomans are collapsing really, really fast. Mehmed, you teased us again in this game, but ultimately it all fell apart. So there go, yeah, Alemanni. There's only 2 cities left. Okay, so I said it would take like 30 more turns to kill him off. Make that like 10 more turns. Yeah, if you didn't know better, you'd think he was using pincer attacks. Yeah, there's nothing like that in Civ 4. Like, there's no flanking bonuses or anything like that, or morale bonuses. But yeah, it did look like that, right? Like, flanking is a thing, but not in the way that you would think, not in tactical terms. But yeah, so Huayna Capec's still alive for the moment. I don't think he'd survive very long if Charlie got it in his mind to go kill him, though. Why is cavalry so good? Well, I can speak for this game. I don't know about every other game. In Civ 3, it was because they had 3 movement points, and that made them stupidly good. Because that extra movement point was just huge for... Because, like, with 2 moves, you move on a hill tile. This is in Civ 3. 2 movement points, you move on a hill tile and you stop. With 3 movement points, you move on a hill, then you move again. Or, of course, on flat ground, you move 3 tiles. So having 6 attack and 3 moves meant that you could just blitz people in Civ 3. In Civ 4, Cav is really good because they have the highest base strength of any unit in their era, which is 15. So when they get promotions, they get more strength. And the other reason is the 2 movement points. There's not that many units that have 2 movement in Civ 4, so the fact that they can move 2 tiles at once is just huge. Lets them fork cities. They retain their relevancy for a long time because of their high base strength. They're just really good. So we've been checking the domination percentage a couple times. He's at 48. He needs 64. I'm not 100% sure if he has enough land from just killing Mehmed. He may need some Incan territory as well. I'm not sure. Huayna Capac does not deserve to outlast Mehmed. Probably not in this game. Probably not. The one thing you can say about Huayna Capac is he has never gotten involved in a war with Charlemagne. That's about the only good thing you can say about the game he's played here. He did not get into a war with that guy, so that's the main reason he's still breathing right now. Also, getting into state property is a very good civic for him, given his humongous empire. He'll probably get forced into environmentalism down the road, but this is the civic, or this is the civic he wants to be in. Boy, he's taking a long time to kill this city, isn't he? 1 cannon. That's waiting for that 1 cannon to take down the defenses. But they're just about gone now. Yeah, Wang Khan's on assembly line. Wang Khan, I believe, is ahead in tech as compared to Charlemagne. So if he never went to war again, maybe Wang Khan could win by space, but that seems unlikely, considering how close Charlie is going to be to domination here. Especially as his borders pop. See how he's up to 51%? So as his borders expand, he'll keep picking up more territory. And the fact is, he's got territory to claim here from Huayna Capac, who he, let's see, where is he? Who he is not especially happy with. He's cautious with him. But he will definitely declare war at cautious. All AIs will declare war at cautious. So anyway, it's been fun, Mehmed. You gave us a good ride in this game, but it does not look like it's going to be enough. It's been a strange game, definitely. Very strange game. I will not say this is played... I mean, it's sort of played out the way I expected, but I did not think the 2 northern civs would end up being this powerful. Neither one has really done much in past games, except Wang Khan's done a lot of trolling, which I guess he kind of did in this game. I guess the biggest surprise has been how excellent of a game Charlemagne has played. All his war declarations were timed perfectly. Yeah, Huayna Capac is trying to research as best he can. Alright, so Bursa's about to fall. I don't think very many people picked Charlemagne to win this game. I don't recall him being a popular pick. Can check afterwards. But I do not think it was very many. Again, it's still theoretically possible that he could be beaten to space by Wang Khan, but it's certainly not likely. Alright, so there we go. We do have another elimination. Turn 283. as we lose Mehmed. Alright, bye Ottomans. Alright, so that is a kill for Charlie, his second kill of the match. Mehmed also eliminated. Alright, and Mehmed was eliminated on turn 283. Alright, so you're gone too, Mehmed. Once again, another game where Mehmed failed to live up to expectations. Alright, so let's see what the domination percentage is. He's at 54. He's going to get a little bit more here. I don't think that's going to be enough. But I don't think these tiles and these tiles are going to be enough. I think he's going to be 2 or 3% short when all the borders are expanded. So I think he will have to get some territory from Huayna Cop back. Yeah, we should update the map. That's a great request. And let's get a slightly later era of music too. Here we go. Reveal all tiles. Yeah, we had a lot to update there. Alright, let's go for something I think everybody already has. Education. Give us some Renaissance music. Diplo, yes. Alright, so now we're down to just a few here. Okay, so now he's annoyed. And Charlie's now annoyed with Huayna Cop back. So that doesn't bode well. Wang Khan is furious towards Huayna Cop back. And he's annoyed with both of them. So this is probably not going to end peacefully from here. No, I don't think the world's going to be at peace for millennia given the situation we have here. There's a lot of anger built up. Now, if it's just these two, Charlemagne and Wang Khan, yes, it would be peaceful, but Charlie will win by domination before that happens. So the other thing I wanted to check, because I keep going between different bar guys, I wanted to check everybody's tech location. So here's Charlie. He has most of the industrial era techs, and yeah, he's got like halfway through the industrial era. He's probably going to go for assembly line next. Wang Khan is slightly ahead. He has biology and he has assembly line. But it's close between them, and I have to imagine that the research is better for Charlemagne now. Wang Khan is behind. He is only just getting rifling, long after everyone else. He does have physics. So yeah, he's behind. So Pentagon done. Yeah, so he's at 56%, but he needs 64, and these last couple of tiles are not going to be enough. He's going to have to attack Huayna Cop back to get it done, which I think he will do at some point, given how bad their relationship is. So I'll keep the focus over on Huayna Cop back for territories, so that we'll be able to see if a war starts, because like 1,000 cabs will run into his territory immediately. Okay, well, or Wang Khan could start the war first. So he has declared war. It happened in between turns. There's the stack. So yet again, another war. Alright, so that gets us up to 9 wars. And we'll see what happens here. It's actually possible that Wang Khan taking cities could get Charlemagne to win by domination, because as the borders disappear of the Incan cities, that could be enough to push Holy Rome over the edge. Potentially. And of course, he could also always bring Holy Rome into the war too. So let's see, where's the main Korean stack? Up here. Here it is. It's in Tiwanaku. There's also some random cannon walking forward. So Huayna Cop back has no chance to survive this war. He is so far behind technologically. I'm just waiting for the Koreans to move in and attack. They seem to be massing on the borders here. But at the same time, Wang Khan seems to be taking his time. He's got a lot of forces in Tiwanaku. I guess he's still gathering them. But they haven't moved out yet. Wang Khan has not been doing a very good job so far at this war. So we're at 57%, 7% more. So he'll get 4 more tiles there, and potentially he'll get more tiles. Well, if Wang Khan completes this conquest, then Charlie might be short, because he doesn't have that many cities right on the borders with the Incas. He probably needs to get involved himself if he wants to win by domination. Like, he only needs 1 or 2 cities to do it. But if Korea takes every Incan city, that might not be enough to get domination. Also, where is Wang Khan's army? Why is he not attacking? I'm just like sitting here watching. Because like he declared war, but he seems to be struggling to move his units, as far as I can tell. Building Broadway. So I don't see a lot of unit builds for Charlemagne right now. I really hope he doesn't sit back and decide to tech into space when he's like 2% away from domination or whatever. That would seem a little silly. Okay, so we finally have a stack over here. Alright, here we go. 20 infantry, 7, a lot of infantry, 36 units and 14 cannons. Does Huayna turn the slider on? I don't think so. He just doesn't research very fast because he has like 5 cities left. I don't think so. That is a lot of calves running around over there. An awful lot of calves. Meanwhile, this is where the only action that's taking place right now is here at Cuzco. So there goes the defenses. Just got wiped out immediately. Oh, it's turn 300. So, yeah, Cuzco's about to get captured. And Charlie still is not attacking yet. He's going to run out of an opportunity to do so relatively soon, if he doesn't. He's pleased with Wang Khan. Only pleased. I believe he will not declare war at pleased, from what I remember. I mean, this is pretty much what you'd expect, right? Charlemagne is ahead in most categories, pretty convincingly. Yeah, he's ahead in pretty much everything. There's not much guessing about that. So I don't think this is going to be a miracle cultural victory. Oh, there we go. I see calves in... Yeah, there we go. Saw that as soon as I saw the yellow calves coming across the border. Alright, so that gets us to 10 wars. And that is probably the last war declaration of the game, would be my guess. Now the question is, can Huayna survive? I don't think he will. Wow, that's a lot of units. That is a lot of units. And also, who gets what city is also important. Well, we'll see how this ends. We'll see how this ends up. Charlemagne will win before. Yeah, that might be. I don't know. We'll see. It depends on what cities get captured where. I think. All I know is there's an awful lot of Huayna so where he's at 58, so 6% away. I was gonna say there's an awful lot of calves running around. Holy Roman calves running around. I guess I mean, but like it is possible Korea could just capture all these cities. It's unlikely, but it's possible. We'll see. It might be close as to whether we have an elimination at the end of the game or domination or how that works. Okay, there's like this city's going to get taken by the Incas, and that'll open up, or not the Incas, the Holy Rome, and that's going to open up more culture over here. See, I think both Vilcas and this city are going to fall between turns. Huamanga, I think they're both going to get captured. So there's Vilcas, gets captured. Huamanga is not captured, but there's one catapult left inside, so I think that one's pretty much toast. Can Huayna survive this? I know some of you want him to survive, some of you want him to die. I wouldn't mind seeing him again in another game, but we'll see. If he doesn't survive, he doesn't survive. And the destroyers are taking out all the defenses, taking out the cultural defenses of the coastal cities. I can talk. So there goes Huamanga. So that opens up some more borders here. Although Machu Picchu has enormous borders. Yeah, this border right here is still from Machu Picchu. This is 80% defenses. So 59% now for Charlemagne. It's getting close. And as expected, it's mostly Holy Rome that's taking these cities, not Korea. Because the Holy Roman army is much, much, much larger. Although Wang Khan is slightly ahead in tech, it's not by that much. And yeah, this stack has 80 units in it. This stack is not as big, but still has a lot of units. All right, Oku. Once Machu Picchu falls, that's probably the end of the game. Although these two cities have not popped their borders to 100 culture yet. They're both at only 20%, not 40%. That said, it probably won't be too long until they do, and once they hit that, they'll grab all these tiles. Also, Huamanga will come out of resistance and grab territory here. So probably not too much longer. That said, Huayna Capac has 3 cities left, so he doesn't have much here. Just got these 3. If Machu Picchu is the last city captured, which it looks like it's going to be at this point. Alright, there's 2 more. Wow, alright. So Charlemagne is only at 59%, so I think we're going to see Huayna Capac get eliminated here. Because he only has 1 city left, and domination's not going to trigger. So yeah, he's done. There's no way he can survive. It doesn't even matter if Korea manages to take this, which I don't think they will, but is possible. We're going to see a domination win, and this is going to be the end of poor HC, who played a really bad game this time. All right. And Korea. Oh, and some of you are probably going to enjoy that. It was Korea who got the kill. Korea ended up taking it. Oh, wow. Okay, so Wang Khan, the ultimate troll. That's it for Inca. All right, so Wang Khan, the huge favorite, or excuse me, Huayna Capac, the huge favorite, does not win this game. And we end up with only 2 people here. Huayna Capac, so he was eliminated in 4th place on turn 310. Wang Khan, his first kill in this competition. And Huayna Capac, turn 310. Has not been a great season for favorites. A lot of the big favorites have not done well in this year, except Mansa Musa. He was the big favorite and did well, getting revenge for last season. So we're at 59%. I imagine when these cities come out of resistance, we'll see Charlie tick over the top and win. Yeah, he will not. I'm pretty sure he doesn't declare war at pleased, so I don't think that there's much chance that they would ever fight. Alright, so that city pop border is 60%. Yeah, he'll get this territory, and I think that'll be enough. I think. We'll see. Yeah, he's building culture, so that pops the borders quickly. So 61%. He has 2 tiles he can pick up there. It might be close, though. Machu Picchu's going to grab a few tiles. I hope he has enough. I do have domination picked, so I would be disappointed if he doesn't win by domination. Alright, 62. He's awful close. Why couldn't it be 62%? Also, I don't know what's going on with... Oh, it's the culture borders from Vilcas. So Vilcabamba and Ollete Tambo are both going to pop borders this turn because he's building culture. So we're at 63% right now. He's less than 1% away. Can I get a decimal on that just out of curiosity? No. All right, so here it is. 63.3. All right, I think he will get some of this territory, and then that will end the game. Also, those 2 tiles might be enough to do it, potentially. Interesting. He really does need only a couple tiles. If he had gotten Machu Picchu, the game would already be over. A lot of workers over here, right? I also picked turn 310, so winning quickly would be nice here before it gets too far down the road. I think he actually went backwards slightly. Yeah, he actually lost a couple tiles there because Machu Picchu expanded borders. Oops, that's not good. Really close now. You guys are like, what? So we can't have a Diplo victory. I don't think we're going to have a cultural victory. That said, there are still some tiles down here to grab, and here, like there's tiles here, there's tiles here. So those desert tiles got grabbed too, didn't they? 62.80. Does it say how many tiles? I can see how many tiles he has right now. Hold on, demos. Land area. He has 503 tiles. Is 503, and the total number of land tiles on this map are how many? It's got 503 out of 801. 503 out of 801. Let me see, hold on. Is that right? Yeah, he has 503 tiles out of 801. How many more does he need to win this? He needs a few more. He needs 513. He needs 513 to win. He needs 10 more tiles. He needs exactly 10 more tiles. I don't know if there's enough down here to do that. There's 4 tiles here, 3 tiles here. That's 7 tiles. He might be 1 city short. He's 10 tiles currently short of domination. That's how close it is. Of course, borders can shift around. We know that like cities can pop tiles here and there. No, he's not 1 tile short. He's 10 tiles short, but it is close. Unfortunately, the Wang Khan seems to be getting more culture out of these recently conquered cities than because like this city Machu Picchu is already at 40% borders from Wang Khan, so it looks like he is just barely short by the absolute tiniest margin possible right now. Yeah, he's actually going backwards. He's lost several tiles. Wang Khan's culture seems to be stronger than his. Wow. That is an incredible troll job. He was within 5 tiles of winning by domination and then came up short. But I don't think he'll declare war at the moment. Yeah, and the sad thing is they are not close to launching a spaceship. They're a long way away right now. So we might be here for a while. We may be here for some time. Unless Charlie declares war at pleased. Does anyone know if he declares war at pleased? I don't think he does, but I could be wrong on that. Because if he will declare war at pleased, then if one of you who is familiar with this can answer that question, that would be helpful. No, we wouldn't have a time victory. Someone would launch in the next 180 turns. Yeah, Wang Khan does have a lot of the... He does not. Okay, thank you, Rayson. That's what I thought. I wasn't 100% sure, though. Yep, so because of that, he won't declare it pleased, so he won't attack. I really do not want to sit here for 50 turns as they go to space. That would be super annoying. If Wang Khan wins the game, it's the ultimate troll job, I think. Time for John Adams. I don't know what that means. Shouldn't have liberated those cities back. Should have held on to them. But yeah, and he's going further backwards now. Look at this. Now he's down to 61.17, going further backwards. So he is not going to win by domination, not unless he attacks. Will not happen. Say what you will about Huayna Capac, yeah. Does know how to build cultural cities. So what this game ultimately came down to is Machu Picchu did not get captured by Charlemagne. If he had captured that city, the game's already over. He's won by domination, and I would have scored a lot of points because I would have been really close on the date and on domination, and I would have picked up domination. But instead, no, we're going to sit here doing nothing. Yeah, this city could flip too, because it's under so much pressure. Disappointing. Check beaker rate, sure. 2,500 against 1,800, so Charlemagne will almost certainly win a space race because he's researching faster. But a space race is a very anticlimactic end to this game. I know that a lot of you picked space race, but it's annoying to see someone come this close to winning by domination and then have the game likely end in space. Yeah, Charlie is still going further backwards. He's lost 3% towards domination, so that it's just not going to happen unless he goes to war. And as long as they're stuck at, +2, that's not going to happen. Managed to ascend past trolling his fellow leaders and troll you directly. Yeah, you could say that. Has managed to escape the boundaries of the game. Alright, let's see where they are in terms of the tech tree. Alright, so Charlemagne still needs most of the modern era. So does Wang Khan. So they're pretty much at the same tech level. It's not too close there. Or it is close there, excuse me. And with Charlie researching faster and having so much more territory, you'd have to think he will win the space race. Or you can call this Troll 2. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that the Sistine Chapel is in the hands of, if we look at the wonders real quick, I think that that's in the hands of Korea. Yeah, Sistine Chapel. That might have made the difference there, because that's worth a ton of culture. How many spies would have to get caught? I'm not sure. It depends on how much spying he's doing. I don't think cultural is really in play right now. Doesn't look like either of them are pursuing it, so I don't think that's in play as an option. If you want the comparison, it looks like Holy Rome's ahead of Korea as a cultural option anyway, so that doesn't seem too likely. Not even mad, this is a work of art. Yeah, it does not look like either of them have much of a chance to win that way. Still stuck right there at the +2. I don't know if +1 would be cautious or not. Normally +2 would be cautious, but these two are similar on piece weight. So at this point, it's more hoping for stuff like, you voted against us in the UN, your spy was caught causing trouble, stuff like that. No, there's no way that Wang Khan can win the space race. It's just, he doesn't have enough research for that to happen. I feel like my prediction was pretty good to be within like 5 tiles of someone winning by domination. Oh well. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Mutual military does decrease over time as well, after you get out of the... after the war is worn off. So that does decrease over time. Yeah, if that drops to +1, he gets another spy malice. So no one can win by the UN because there's only 2 leaders left, and of course they'll both vote for themselves, which stops any victory from happening. I'm pretty sure that Charlemagne wants to go to war because he's building nukes all over the place. Like, I think he wants to go to war, it's just he can't because of the diplomatic situation. The internet would not do anything here. Well, I guess Korea's building tactical nukes too. I just try to check every few turns to see on the Diplo screen to see if anything's changed, but it doesn't seem likely. Why would we gift the observer civ the internet? So everybody goes into emancipation. No surprise there. Nope. Still staying at exactly the same point. Has not changed at all, for better or for worse. Yeah, I mean, these two were friends for so long, it's hard to see them fighting each other. I thought that if Huayna Capac was attacked, that would be enough. But it looks like there was just enough Korean culture in the captured cities to stop the domination from being triggered. It is set pretty high, like 64%, fairly high barrier for domination. I've always said I thought it should be a little bit lower. I've always thought it should be like 50% land area, because, like, look, if you control 50% of the world, there's no way anyone else is going to win. Charlemagne's all the way down to 58%. Like, he's lost 5% towards domination over the course of clicking through these turns. Yeah, so he is just too much culture in South Korea, right? All those wonders that Huayna Capac built just pumped out so much culture. So it seems unlikely that they will fight each other. It looks like we're just going to click next turn for 30 turns until someone launches the spaceship, which is a really depressing way for the game to end, especially if you pick the game to end by domination, like I did. I got screwed out of like 8 points. Like 8 points by that. A lot of points for this game as a result of that. Oh well. Well, captured wonders don't give culture, but a lot of their effects do. Like getting, for example, Sistine Chapel produces a lot of culture in terms of the specialists that get run. Man, I was like, it's going to be domination, it's going to be an early finish, and I was like, yes, I nailed this, perfect. And then the domination victory came out like 5 tiles short. The real question is, how did random.org do? I guess we'll find out. I will check when the game's over. Nope, still exactly the same. Still at +2. Poor Sydney's going to have to wait longer for his walk. Yeah, you would think the 340 would be too long. I mean, this game was headed for an early finish, but did not end up happening. Yeah, look, Charlie still has a ways to go. Like, he still needs like 6 more spaceship techs, and Wang Khan is no further along either. They're gonna be here for a while. Like, this could be like a turn 370 finish here. It is possible for spies to sabotage the spaceship. That generally doesn't happen, but it is possible. He's even going for composites. Or, excuse me, never mind, composites is required. It's advanced flight that's not required. Yep, still there, still +2. Still won't declare war. Gonna finish in our current year. Nah, the turn timer slows down a lot when you get close to the end. It eventually, the last 100 turns are done in half-year increments, which makes absolutely no sense, and I don't know why it does that. But the last 100 turns are done in half-year increments, so not going to happen. Random.org did badly. Toku to win by Diplo. Toku to win by Diplo. That is a Random.org prediction for sure. They both have SDI up now. Oh, and they both went for advanced flight, which is not a spaceship tech. So good job there, guys. Yeah, you need 5 thrusters for the spaceship. And they keep voting on free speech, which has been passed like 4 times already. 57%. Still +2. Yeah, advanced. Oh, he's going for advanced flight and stealth. Oh, man. Great. Can Wang Khan actually launch the spaceship first, because Charlie is wasting his time on advanced flight and stealth? I'm going to be so pissed if Wang Khan wins this game, because I have him to come in second. Like, deny me every point for this game in, like, ridiculous trolling fashion. So I get, like, 2 points instead of 15. Ugh, what a slow, slow game this is. Yeah, if Wang Khan wins, I don't even know what to say as a result of this. Going for stealth though. There's no way the AI is that bad at teching to space. You wouldn't think so, right? How could you be that bad at teching to space with this many cities? So 3,600 against 3,000. I mean, it's not that big of a difference, unfortunately. But if you insist on researching techs that are not necessary to launch the spaceship, it does close the gap by a lot. Minecon does with the space elevator too, it's true. Nope, still pleased. Still exactly the same relationship. There's been zero change. Alright, let's get a closer look at where they are in terms of techs. So Charlie needs 4 techs. He needs ecology, fiber optics, fusion, and genetics. Wang Khan needs 1, 2, 3, 4 techs. Composites, ecology, superconnectors, and genetics. So they both need 4 spaceship techs. The big question is if Wang Khan goes for stealth. If he goes for that, he's not going to win. If not, though, it's going to be pretty close. Let's see what he ends up researching. This turn's taking a long time to process. Alright, so he's on composites, so he did not go for stealth. That's good news for him. What did Charlemagne just do? Alright, so he just picked up composites in 1 turn, so he has 3 techs to go, and Wang Khan still has 4 techs to go. Alright, so I think Charlemagne still wins. There's not really any need to look at the spaceship, you just look at what techs they need. That tells you where they are on their spaceship. That's all you really need to do, is to look at. And Charlemagne does have turn order advantage for what that's worth. Still, that relationship has been at exactly the same point the entire time. It has not moved by even 1 point. So we did hit turn 350. I did not think we would get here. Just so you can see, cultural victory is still not an issue. No one's remotely close to a cultural victory. It's a pity that Wang's name is so late. Otherwise, him winning a tie to the first name of this would be a great addition. Yeah. They did build the Apollo. Well, building the Apollo program is not really that significant. You can build that long before the spaceship itself gets launched. Alright, Charlie just needs 2 more techs, which he must research, and still needs 2 in ecology techs left. So it is reasonably close. Like, if they both get the techs, we could have a situation here where it comes down to where they end up building it. If they're stupid enough to build it in some low production season. Wang turn order snipes Zara for a victory. About the only one lower than him in turn order. Yeah, 50 turns away for points on the victory date. It's going to be late enough that a lot of people won't get any points. Oh, look at this. Our Wang Kong just wasted time going back for artillery, so that pretty much ends the space race. Decided to troll himself for a change that time. Because there's only 1 more tech for Charlie, and he still needs to get genetics and superconductor, and he wasted time going back for artillery. Victory by turn order, I don't think that's... I don't think we're going to add a victory condition of winning by turn order, not its own victory condition. Note that the diplomatic relationship has not changed in 50 turns now. It's been exactly the same. I am just frustrated that Charlemagne didn't capture this city, which he was very close to capturing. He had to go for stupid Vilcabamba first. If he had just gone for this city and then Vilcabamba, he would have won this game by domination much, much, much earlier. So that's the last spaceship tech for Charlie. Fusion. Yeah, it is weird that the military struggle has not decreased at all. I would have thought that it would have. Alright. Never mind, that's not the one I wanted. Alright, so he has all the spaceship techs. He just needs to build the stage. What did he have? The engine? Or what was the last one he got? He's probably building it somewhere. So SS Space Engine. Okay, so he's building the engine. He needs 2 engines, though. Right? He's building one in his capital. I don't see the other one. Where's the actual spaceship? 1 to 2. All right, so he's building the space. He's building the engine there. What about Wang Khan? Yeah, okay. So Wang Khan is still a ways away. He still has to research genetics. That said, I only. All right. So, oh, but well, 6 turns in Vienna. That's not a fast part build. 6 turns for the engine. Did he just spend a turn revolting into other civics? Are you kidding me? Did he just waste a turn revolting? This is getting closer than I'd like. What the heck? He just revolted to state property? Are you kidding me? What is he doing? He just wasted a turn changing civics. This is closer. This is way too close between these two. Because now Wang Khan's on the last spaceship tech, and all he needs to do is build that stasis chamber, which is a cheaper part than that engine. Are you kidding me? Is Wang Khan gonna win this game? And then I'll get like 0 points on everything? This is so stupid. Nope, still sitting here. Although Wang Khan is decayed down to pleased from friendly. Not that that matters at this point. By the way, a lot of spying shenanigans are apparently going on. Your spy was caught causing trouble. Just like, how is it possible for someone who has the entire world, save 5 tiles, not to launch the spaceship first? Like, how is that possible? I don't understand. How could someone who has so much less territory... Alright, so the engine, he did just increase the engine time. So now it's 3 turns here versus 2 turns here, but that still might not be enough. It depends on how fast Wang Khan can build the spaceship now. Jeez, this is way too close. So I think it partly might come down to where Wang Khan decides to build his spaceship. It might even come down to freaking turn order, like you guys said. Okay, so Aachen is 1 turn away on both of its engine parts now. And Wang Khan is 3 turns away on the stasis chamber. Okay. Alright, so it's that close. Let me see if I can get them all in one screen for a screenshot. Alright, so stasis chamber there, the 2 engines there. So Charlie is going to launch first, but geez, he's going to launch first by 2 turns. 2 turns. And Charlie does have the turn order advantage too, because he's ahead in alphabetical order. Alright, so he did launch his spaceship ahead. All this territory, he wins by 2 turns. I know, right? Alright, so he launched turn 360. So it should get there on turn 370. And the relationship still has not changed at all. Although apparently Charlie has been doing a lot of sabotaging. Turn 370. Alright, so it doesn't matter at this point. Spaceship's already launched. It can't be stopped. The game ends in 10 turns. I mean, if he hasn't declared war over the last 60 turns, he's probably not going to do it now. Although that would then be a troll job. Again, I think Huayna or not Huayna I keep thinking it's him because it's the yellow. I really think that Charlie wanted to declare war and win by domination. He just can't because he's blocked from doing so. I think he wanted to. Alright, and then here comes the Korean spaceship. 2 turns later. Yeah, I mean, it might have been a same turn launch without artillery. I can't remember if that was a 1-turn research or 2-turn research. It was close. Korean rockets are faster. Alright, so Wang Khan's spaceship now launches. Oh, yeah, because this is his capital over here. So there we go. Our second spaceship of the game. There it goes. Relations are still exactly the same with no change, so about what we would expect. Filled his ship with troops rather than colonists. Yeah, so there's nothing else that's going to happen in this game. It's over. We're just going to click next turn 5 times, and that'll be it. There's no chance that there's going to be another war declaration because there hasn't been one the whole freaking game. Still, or the entire end game, I should say. I thought that war bonus did decay over time. Maybe I'm wrong. It hasn't gone down at all. Yeah, if that's true. If Mehmed had taken fewer, or if he had taken more cities, actually, Wang could have won without it. Yeah, if Wang Kong had skipped advanced flight, he would have won. You can't escape Troll Khan even in space. He really trolled me on this one. He cost me about 8 points in the scoring for this game by not letting Charlie win by domination. Really cost me a lot of points. Oh well. I'm slightly annoyed. Maybe more than slightly annoyed. I missed on leader to win, but I would have had most of the other stuff right in this game otherwise. Oh well. Oh well. You guys are gonna like the map for the next game. Sure, defensive pact. Sure, why not? Sign us up with a defensive pact. Notice that signing defensive pacts caused him to drop to cautious. I would not ordinarily have done so. I only did so for that reason, just to screw around. Oh, come on. He's not going to declare war on the last 3 turns of the game. Come on. We wish we were so lucky as to see that happen. Nah, they're not going to declare war on the last couple turns. Sula trolling back at flying. You have to reload and undo that. They're not going to declare war, you guys. The game's going to end in 2 turns. It's not going to happen, okay? Neither one of these leaders is plotting war with the other. Like I said, as amusing as it would be to see, you're not going to get another war declaration, and this is it. That's the last turn. And we get the spaceship victory. It is a funky looking mini-map, I agree. I thought it was turn 370. Didn't he launch on turn 360? Maybe it's delayed one more turn. Maybe he launched following turn 360. Or on his half of turn 360 before it got to the observer Civ. Alright, so there you go, 371. Wait, what? 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 How? What? What? That has to be a mistake. What? What is he? No, he launched 2 turns later. What? That can't be right. That has to be a bug. That has to be a bug. What? I don't understand. How did he launched 2 turns later? His spaceship hasn't gotten there. That has to be a bug somehow. What? I don't understand. Charlie didn't launch without his. No, it hasn't been 10 turns since. The AI doesn't launch without a missing. All right. I don't understand. How is that possible? He launched 2 turns later. The AI doesn't launch unless they build all the parts. I don't understand. How is this possible? I literally do not understand how this is even possible. We need to click through and see what the heck happened. I'm not even interested in the replay. I just want to see what is going on, like with the 1 more turn. Like this, like what's going on with the space race, right? No, oh my God, you're right. He only had 1 engine. He only had 1 engine. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So what must have happened is, okay, so here's what must have happened. Charlemagne built both engines on the same turn, but because he built them the same turn, he must have launched as soon as the first one was done, before the production queue rolled over to the second one, thus launching with only 1 engine and Wang Khan winning the game. That is the most preposterous thing I have ever heard I think that is the most ridiculous ending to a game of Civ4 I've ever seen. Due to the fact that he built them on the same turn, his spaceship launched with only 1 engine instead of 2, even though they were both built and both completed on the same turn, because one was built in his capital, and obviously the capital's production queue goes before the other cities. Are you kidding me? This is the stupidest ending I've ever seen. Okay. Now I'm salty. That is not how that game was supposed to end. That game was not supposed to end that way. I cannot believe that. You guys were right. The Korean ship was faster.